Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube, the Twitch, and wherever you get your podcast audio.
Yo.
What a day. To my left, your right, we got Front Row Bill back from about 20 shows in the last 20 days.
About that. Hello.
And down in the smoking section, we've got Elisa. How you doing?
Yo, I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Coming to the end of a week.
No, post Halloween. How you doing post Halloween?
Hungover.
Like candy or hungover?
Oh, candy.
Okay.
I don't really drink that much, so.
Oh, then these guys don't
Cocktail
get it.
hour, brother.
Cocktail.
I could use a cocktail.
I was drinking Irish coffees on Halloween.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
So that was good.
You put a little something in the coffee?
Oh, yeah. I did rum chata with pumpkin spice.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
That sounds amazing. I'm going to have to tell the missus about that one.
Yep.
She does love herself some rum chata. She
doesn't
drink
love rum chata.
She probably drinks about once a year. But when she does, it's something unique like that.
Yes. Rum chata. She should try pudding shots.
Pudding shots.
Pudding shots instead of Jello shots.
Version of Jello shots.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know how new it is. It's kind of been a thing for a couple of years, but it is a good alternative. If you don't like Jello like me, I'm not a fan.
There's always room for Jello.
It's a texture thing. It's kind of gross.
How can you not like the Jello? You just open up the pudding.
You gotta watch out. We can't get too far.
Sorry. I know it's like not cool.
Like the Jello.
I know it's not cool to do that imitation, but I grew up on that shit, so I can't help myself.
Yeah, and plus they're so bad, who would even know what they are?
Right.
Right.
What?
If you were wearing a bad 80s sweater, then I would say something totally different.
Jello doesn't even break down. It just multiplies into smaller cubations of Jello. It's just weird.
Gets a little... It does get weird.
Last time I was in Atlantic City, I was out to a late lunch, early dinner with some friends, and there's some high rollers at one of the casinos. So it was at one of the obviously it's like a buffet. You get free drinks. So I was taking it upon myself. I was getting my traditional vodka club. And then they also had little shots of Jello for dessert, regular Jello.
Boy.
So I had to obviously put them together and make some little Jello shots of my own there. Just
nice, very creative.
Throw a little vodka in there. Oh, look at this.
It's
now we got a full smoking section.
Mark.
I had to show up at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
But
put some positive energy in the air with that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we don't know because there's been no official news yet, J-Bone. So, is it too early for a little jingle time?
No, I think you better play my jingle so we can get this party started and talk about all
this is this dank ass shirt I dug out of the bottom of the laundry, and I put it all just for this.
I can see the smell reverberating.
No, that's the dope.
That is the good stuff.
The smoking section is on the floor. All right, play the jingle.
Here's the real good stuff.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, the much anticipated J-Bone's News. With the biggest news. AB of this week. Oh, wait. Ring of Honor was earlier this week, and that was big too. J-Bone!
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
There's one bit of news we have to get to. It's that fucking Taya is totally fucking coming home.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so.
Jacksonville Maximum Securities.
No, she wouldn't. I don't think she'll go there. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I like that product, but Khan doesn't care enough about the women to put in the effort, and there's no way. of all those names, and there were a lot of them released today.
Yeah.
To me, the one that has to come home is Taya. Like that's the one and only most important name on that list.
Well, there's a few on the list I'd like to see, but let's go over the list first, and then we'll kind of break it down.
Sorry, I jumped the gun. I'm really excited.
Oh, I mean, that's okay.
Obviously, like I'm not excited people lost their jobs. Like don't get that twisted. I'm just, hey man, she got her sentence commuted early from Stanford Supermax. You know,
I don't know, but still, Mark, you did, as you say, jump the gun.
It's a true story. It's a different use of the gun, huh?
Well, we haven't seen that gun in a while.
We haven't.
That's a little more tame of a gun than we've seen some others.
Well, when you jump it, it's a tame gun.
Yeah, this is true.
Good point.
All right, so let's run down this list because I doubt. I mean, I'm sure some people have seen most of these names, but this is the complete list for my knowledge. Okay, this is from. You know what? Let me just quick do a little refresher Rooney, and let me just make sure. Oh, that's interesting, and I really don't want to get into that conversation because that's controversial. I'll mention it after I go through the names. So just give me a second.
Yeah, we all like a little controversy, J-Bone. It creates cash. Someone once told me that.
Yeah, this is true. We like him too. All right, so I'm going to split this into main roster and NXT because there is a difference here. The difference is 90 days and 30 days. Keep that in mind. Okay. Main roster, 90 days. Here we go. Biggest name, biggest surprise, in my personal podcasting opinion. There, I got it in there early. Nia Jax. Okay. Keith Lee.
That one.
Mrs. Keith Lee, a.k.a. Maya Yim.
I hope she comes back, Jade.
Jade, heck yeah. Bring her back.
Karrion Kross.
Who?
Mrs. Karrion Kross. I mean, she goes on the other list, but I'll just mention her with him.
Right.
This one's a little odd, but we'll get into it in a bit. Harry Smith.
Yeah.
Who?
Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Davey Boy Smith Jr. Yes.
And you're
really?
Like, he was signed?
2 months.
Yeah. Well, I don't watch, so.
2 months.
Oops.
We'll get into it. Eva Marie.
Shocker.
What's his back? Yeah, right? God.
Good to know you came back and still didn't know how to wrestle.
Yeah. Big surprise.
But they knew that going in.
Did they?
Her hair looked dope as fuck, though. She's got a cool look. It just sucks that she doesn't wrestle.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think it gets brought back for like the total whatever shows they do. That was her purpose.
Is Total Diva still a thing?
I don't know.
I think it got canceled by Cody Rhodes' show. Oh no, that's
shots fired. Shots fired.
Oh, well, anyway, back to the list.
B-Fab. That is the woman who is on Swerve's stable.
What? See, that don't make no fucking... Okay.
Whatever, they put belts on people and fire them the next week.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing going on in it. I don't... Whatever. You know what? Whatever.
They just got brought up to the main roster. Yeah. Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik round out the main roster releases. So that's all of Lucha Party is all gone now. First it was Kalisto several months ago. Now
the
Lindsay
rest.
Dorado and Grand Metalik are gone.
All three are fucking awesome too.
Absolutely.
They're gonna do things. Yeah.
All right.
Grand Metalik.
So here is NXT's list. We mentioned Scarlett. Frankie Monet, a.k.a. Taya.
People love motherfucking Wera Loca.
From the review shows that I've seen and stuff, she's kind of had big things going on. Kind of big things, right? She's involved in storyline.
But
She
like
had
it never got going. It never
Well,
got.
she had six matches. Her last match was a title loss. Was a number one contender, a match for the belt, which she lost. 6 matches in 9 months with a shot at the title.
Well, she's always got a home at Impact, so if that's her decision and she comes back, even if she decides to explore other options, while she still can, by all means. But I hope I hope.
Yeah,
she's coming home.
Right. All right, let's go through the rest of this list and we'll talk about it a little. Ember Moon.
Oh man,
Mrs. Palmer.
Yeah.
I could see her in Impact.
Oni Larkin, aka
Biff.
Busick.
Yes, give us Biff.
And then here's a bunch of names that most of them I don't recognize except for one of them. We'll go over this. This is Jessie Camilla, Katrina Cortez, Jeet Rama, Zaida Ramir, last but certainly not least, Trey Baxter, or what's his name?
Blake Christian.
Blake
Christian,
Christian. Come back home. You were here for a cup of coffee, but we'd love to have
from the X Division tournament.
Right?
And I saw already my boys at GCW already booked for their show in LA coming up.
Yeah.
As soon as the name was out there, coming home, all hard.
A lot of these people are going to land on their feet real fast.
Oh, yeah, they totally will. It's like,
right away.
Again, people don't really realize is that a lot of these people are established names on the independents, so they'll be fine regardless if they get a bigger company looking at them or not. They'll be fine.
The indies are absolutely exploding right now with talent. There's so much between Ring of Honor in the process. I'll say in the process of, because it's not official yet. They still have some shows to go, or a show or something. I'm not sure exactly, but end of the year, a couple months after the end of the year, and then contracts will be null and void. But yeah, so you got all the Ring of Honor guys. Now you got over a dozen more talents coming out of the WWE. Some well known, some not. But not knocking the ones that weren't, because they all were worth something to get hired at some point. All right, so I think one of the biggest, biggest question marks. We'll go back to this name, Harry Smith, Davey Boy Smith Jr. This is crazy. He had a dark match. He was hired for 3 months, and he was on the shelf the entire time, just waiting for okay, you hired me back. Now what? And then they let him go.
Is he short or something? Because that's what they're doing now, right? They want
age. I think it's age.
Yeah, right. He was probably hired right before all that NXT 2.0. Okay, well, let's fire the older statesman.
That's crazy, man.
And they brought him back because they put Davey Boy in the Hall of Fame, right? That was another part of that.
Oh, so just to have that nostalgia bullshit, and then okay.
I think they were still thinking NXT UK could rebound. I don't know what it's doing right now, but
it's kind of hanging on. I know they're still doing shows, but I'm not hearing anything about it.
They're doing tapings in that same building, and I think I did watch some of the last takeover, and they had I actually only watched one match, Walter versus Ilya Dragunov.
Dragunov's still champ, right?
He is, yeah. He's the only reason I tuned in, because fella told me that match was happening. Fantastic match. But anyways, they defended that belt and the NXT UK women's title on TakeOver. So I think they're mixing them in, from what I can gather.
Interesting.
And supposedly in the past, Impact's had interest in Harry Smith. So just watch out. Scott D'Amore, I think, is a fan. So I would not be against it, because you could do something like that.
Oh, he's
Big Joe.
He's brought him into his Canadian shows before, I think, from what I've heard, I believe.
Well, and it's with his catch style, him and Josh is a natural pairing.
Matchups there. They are really going to do new Team Canada with all new members. I'd love to see Harry Smith, Josh Alexander. That'd be pretty cool version of
Yeah.
Mike Bailey.
Unfortunately,
Ooh,
there's
there you
no
go.
more. Oh yeah, you throw Mike Bailey in there. For those of you who have not heard, that is a new signing through Impact Wrestling. Go check the YouTube. There is a
Underrated. It's going to be huge. Everyone's going to look back at this and be like, "What? I didn't pay much attention to this."
Well,
I was calling for Speedball to be signed 8 or 9 years ago.
His was a travel issue, though, right? Something about a
Well,
travel
he
ban
was
or
one of the
something like
ones that was working in the States without the proper visa, so he got the 5-year ban.
Gotcha. Which is
Right.
now obviously up.
And as soon as that ban was up earlier this spring, WWE was bringing him in to look at him. So people were just waiting on the news to hear it official that he was joining, the next class, so to speak. I'm guessing he would have joined the class with MSK. That's my guess. Because it was around that time, February, March-ish. But then it went on to like June or July, and he put out on social media, by the way, I'm not signed yet. So he went on, he did indie shows throughout the summer, and well, here we are. Scott scooped him up. Smart man.
Dude, D'Amore's got to be salivating constantly these days with the possibilities of what's out there.
Well,
right
you
now.
got
Sure.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Choose wisely, because you got a 2-hour show, a little bit of BTI. Maybe there is another hour coming at some point on Access TV.
It has to be.
You don't have a ton of room. You don't want to become these other companies that have way too many people doing a whole lot of nothing.
If they added an hour, they could add 3 or 4 more people, no sweat, no problem. What's funny about this is this is right on the heels of the BFG no shows or whatever. Like, we didn't see the people we thought we were going to see. I wonder where. Well, Bill, you were at the tapings, so but I wonder where that leaves us with the last crop of people that we thought we were going to see, and now
maybe a better bargaining power.
I've got an update on one of them. I don't know if you guys heard this. One of the names that was supposed to be there was Bronson Reed, aka Jonah Rock. Is that his name?
Jonah.
I want to rock.
Rock.
I want a Jonah. Oh, that doesn't.
No, that didn't work.
My name is
No,
Jonah.
that didn't work. So Jonah's issue is very similar to what was going on with Inspiration, because he's also Australian. He's dealing with a lot of red tape and what's the word I'm looking for? It's citizen.
It's visa issues.
Yeah, it's visa stuff. Yeah. And
look at this!
Old school style, baby. What's up? Viva la motherfucking wear loca.
Are you allowing this, J-Bone?
Should we bring him in?
Unleash the Kraken! Unleash the Kraken!
I'll allow it. Okay? I'll allow it. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen.
One night only.
Motherfucking gentlemen.
Like warm apple pie.
Only, guys.
One night only.
Wait, Treehouse on the bottom. Hold on, Trent's in the spot.
Yeah, put me. There we go.
we go.
Like the old days.
That's
the old days.
Wait,
You'll notice my name, Trent.
I'm feeling cuddly. I'm feeling.
Oh.
After you fired me, J-Bone. Look at this, huh?
The audacity.
The people are confused.
And if people watch the reaction show, the scumbag, they didn't participate in there, but I know he was watching.
Yeah.
He was going back and forth between Biodome and us.
Yeah, but we lose out to Paulie. Sure, I get it.
I just wonder what he does. You know what I mean? Like, what is Scott? Like, he's watching Biodome on a Thursday night, eating Wendy's. Like, what is the life?
He's
right?
living the life.
That is the life.
What's the life?
Is the life. Oh yeah.
That's all we can all aspire to.
I'll join to talk about the releases because Mark said, "Yeah, talk about the releases." So I'm like, "All right, I'll talk about the releases."
Hey, we
We're
got to talk about
the
Taya.
releases, guys.
We got to talk about Taya. The others are people too, but primarily
the others are people.
we're all back here
Totally.
together. Taya's coming home.
The others are real people too.
Yeah, I mean they're wrestlers and stuff, but Taya's Taya. Just dude, give me Taya and Deanna in a 6-month feud. Fuck. Bring her back just for that, and I'd be satisfied.
I mean, the
man.
storyline works, right? Like the whole, like her serving a prison sentence. It's under a year. Like she can come back and
Good
at the end of the
behavior.
year, it's perfect. Like the story is absolutely perfect for her to just, you're back. Like, okay, you've done your time.
She could do the total John Moxley break out of prison thing, only it would be like the funny version of it. She would have the striped suit. Johnny Bravo would be like, hey, here's the cup so you can do the clink, clink, clink thing. You know, it's...
Everybody's
Yeah,
so
you get
shocked that I'm
Swingman
here right
involved.
now. I love that I was missed. Look at all this. Look at all these people shocked that
There
I'm
you
here
go.
today.
That's all
There you
good,
go.
too.
Go on hiatus for a few months
I
and
tell you, man.
the
Look
lights
at
when
I
they come
told-
back.
Dude, Trent, I was getting death messages on
For
the Twitter
firing me?
box. Yeah, I was getting
Oh.
death messages. Like, you better bring that guy back or
Or else.
Or else. And you were like, or else what?
So somebody tweet. Everybody go tweet out the Trent's on right now. So if anybody wants to get a fix, they can.
right?
So where did you guys leave off on the release talk?
Well, we went through the list and we were just kind of slowly going through each one. So, like one we were just going to kind of skip over pleasantly was Cross and Mrs. Cross.
I don't know like half the people on the list though. Were they even on TV or what?
No, that's the thing is that the people at the bottom of the NXT list, they were on there, but very like I have no clue.
I remember Ember Moon got released, right? I remember Ember Moon after like I think it was an AAW show years ago. This is like 10 years ago. And like Jerry Lynn was there and like he was backstage, obviously he was working for AEW and she wrestled and then she came backstage and he started like giving her some advice, like Jerry Lynn, right? And she goes, I'm not really sure who you are, so I'm not really gonna listen to this right now, but yeah, so then she like walks away from him. She didn't know who Jerry Lynn was. I was shocked. And then
Who?
Ember Moon. She didn't know. She's like, I don't really know who you are right now, so like I'm just gonna walk away or something like that.
Oh boy.
It became like a running joke.
He was a traitor to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, but this is 10 years ago, you know? And like this was it was hilarious. And I think like somebody told like that's fucking Jerry Lynn. Like seriously, you know? And then because he was just kind of like, okay. And so
That's great.
What are you gonna do?
yeah. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Like, where do you guys think they end up? Like, Cross and Scarlet. I don't know. I mean, definitely.
There's
not
no
Impact.
way. No.
Not Impact.
Triple
There's
A.
no way.
Triple A for Cross and Scarlet.
MLW.
That's what I was thinking. MLW. I was thinking AAA actually
AAA.
first.
Yeah, he's owed a run at the top probably in AAA. I would imagine he was pretty damn popular there. He could probably get there.
He destroyed while John, I don't know what his Johnny Mundo. While Johnny Mundo was champ down in AAA, Karrion Kross was his muscle. Okay, Killer Kross. We can call him Killer now.
Mhm.
Whether you like him or not, he'd still always be Killer Kross. So at one point or another during like a 6 to 7 month period, he destroyed men and women alike. He destroyed the entire AAA roster and never touched that title once. Insanity.
Never held any titles there.
And you thought WWE couldn't book shit right. Jiminy Christmas.
I don't know.
I would
man.
say AAA booked him better though. Still,
Did he have the NXT title? He did, right?
He did.
He did, but then they gave him the Lego mask. It's like, well, what the fuck?
Well, are Axe and Smash still ever performing? Maybe he could be the third member of Demolition.
I'm still shocked they got rid of him, man. I feel like he was character based, like he was right up their
It's gonna be
alley.
the story of his career.
So weird, man.
All
And
the
then,
talent.
burned his bridge at Impact. big
That's just
time.
it.
Yeah.
Just talent.
Well,
Yeah,
and I think that would stretch further than Impact because those stories don't just sit in a locker room. Those stories, not to talk about like I hate gossip, but that kind of gossip, that shit gets
Yeah, there's
spread
that, but then
around.
there's what really happens too. If you can't do business with Eddie Edwards, I don't got time for you.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like
Right.
if you can't work with Eddie, and listen, we don't know all the specifics, obviously, but from what we do know, that's weird. You know, it's a strange thing.
What?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
That Slam 19 bill,
19.
right?
Yeah, it was the time. It was Gillies, right?
Gillies,
Dallas,
where they're going to
yeah.
be. Well, now they're really going to be, but
Dallas. Yeah.
that was the blood match, and he didn't want to bleed for Eddie.
It was a blood match that he wouldn't blade in.
And he wouldn't bleed in because there was no medical staff on site. And he's like, well, I don't trust Eddie to cut me or whatever. Something like that. And he refused to bleed for it. And they did a blood pack, right? Didn't he do a blood pack for it?
It
And
was
looked really
awful.
Looked hokey. Yeah, super hokey.
It was the preserves in the mouth trick.
Yeah, it was something goofy and it just didn't look right. But then, there was all the heat. We heard all the other crap coming out of it.
That's not including all the other stuff, but that was enough for me.
Yeah. If even half the things are true, though, it's a lot to deal with and probably just too much to bother with.
Definitely not worth. Definitely not worth the heat and the drama that's going to come with it. So
there's a lot of trouble behind it. So
yeah.
And not the good kind of trouble.
No.
I think we'll be seeing some of that soon too.
I hope so.
We're never going to get that song back. There's no way he ever lets them use that song again.
I'll tell you what, though, he's doing something. There's something stirring with him because I think he's on some kind of weird mission. Like he's doing this. He's really pushing the cinematic thing and like taking control of like your own, like the whole narrative thing, right? Like he's really pushing this independent movement of kind of doing your own thing. Not locking into one place, now that this Ring of Honor thing is over. I don't know.
Being a free agent?
Yeah. Like he's really like pushing this group of free agents. Like he's been dropping these weird hints lately. I would keep an eye on EC3, man. Like there's something stirring with him. Like he's starting a new podcast tomorrow too, where he's going to start like dropping kind of like hints and stuff about what he's doing and like what the narrative is and more stuff he has upcoming. So I don't know. I would just keep an eye on EC3. Basically,
EC3 will save us all.
Duly noted.
There's something going with him that's going to be cool. I think he's trying in a time where like there's nothing but wrestling everywhere, not enough dollars and fans to spread around. I think he's trying to do something different. And maybe try to like stir indie wrestling back up to like its own like territory, like this group of territories, and kind of like make it special again. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm just kind of speculating here, but he's been dropping a lot of hints.
And every time we think wrestling can't get wilder, it gets wilder. I mean, just in the last week between ROH and WWE releases, how many people does that put out available?
It's a lot, man. Ring of Honor thing's nuts. The Ring of Honor thing's nuts.
Yeah.
Their roster's a little weak, though. Like, there wasn't much that people are clamoring for. There's maybe a dozen that they're clamoring for, but...
Yeah, well, famous cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger,
yeah.
Dude, that is one... Look, I know he's, like, popular, but that is one guy I never got excited for. And then he completely reinvented himself this past year when Ring of Honor came back. He came back as, I don't know what the hell, like it was like a triple
burger.
like a triple cheeseburger or something. I forgot.
Burger.
CBZ, right? Isn't that what he is?
Well, he had like the cowboy hat and like the fur thing, and
he's been around forever, man.
I'm like, well, I don't want.
Been there so long.
I don't want hair on my cheeseburger. That's kind of gross. So I just never,
He's been there so long, and the name
extra
always made me
pickles.
laugh.
Big in Japan.
I love extra pickles. Give me extra pickles all day. Like I just put some. Like I made a homemade fish, like McBone fish sandwich.
McBone fish sandwich.
And I put extra pickles on it.
But we'll see who ends up where.
Fish sandwich.
I could see Ember Moon showing up to Impact though. Like
she fits in with what they got going on there.
Yeah,
totally.
They're going like
the supernatural stuff.
If you're character driven, your best bet is to go to Impact. Like I get the draw with going to AEW, but that's more based on popularity. Whereas I feel like if you're deep rooted in character, you have a better chance of getting good storylines and stuff going to Impact.
Yeah. Like
especially on the women's side. Impact is far more competitive on the free agent marketplace for the women's side than the men's side.
Mhm.
They're going like bonanza on the knockouts division right
Yeah.
now. So
what is there right now? 20 plus signed knockouts
at
this
least.
point?
At least
Yeah.
I know of 2 more actually, and I'm not gonna reveal it here because I don't want to ruin
New
anything.
ones?
Yeah, new ones. I know confirmed 2 more. I think I told you, Mark. On a
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
I
but
thought you meant even more.
yeah,
It's
no,
like-
there's 2 more that just haven't been confirmed publicly yet. But
Wait,
but
you-
they're-
Wait.
I let you back, and you told Mark, and you didn't tell me.
well, listen, he texts me all day.
Yeah.
Mark will text me all day long.
I'm like, hey man, have you heard anything about Taya?
He'll
Hey,
text me to
man.
like just ask how I'm doing and shit too. J-Bone. I don't
Oh,
get a
is
fucking
that a
text.
shot
Dang,
fired?
shots fired. Shots fired.
Why aren't you coming on my show? Oh, you're sick.
I
Oh,
was, dude. I'm
boo-hoo.
still
Okay.
I'm still under the weather. I day cooled up today. I feel a lot better today.
Oh God, doesn't that make you feel that like weird, the daytime medicine high though? Like,
Oh,
No,
it's good.
much
like
better.
you just feel like a little bump of meth, like a tiny one, and then
Like a little bump of
sweaty, palmed, and just kind of
No, it actually
Oh.
helped me. I was a useless piece of shit this morning. Just like completely useless piece of shit, and I just day cooled up, man, and I feel so much better now. Like hopefully by tomorrow I'm like right back to normal. But yeah, it was nuts. But I don't know what the hell happened, but definitely some. It went from like 68 degrees here to like 32. So I'm sure that has something to do with it.
There's a cold front.
Yeah, it's freezing here now, so I'm just kind of
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you just don't tell Mrs. J-Bone, but apparently the hottest girlfriend just showed up.
Settle down,
Who
J-Bone.
is this? Wait, who is this new listener here?
All the attention that goes.
Look at this, huh? I leave for a couple of months, and we got.
I don't know this person.
This is new.
I don't know. I'm just giggling. I'm like, hottest girlfriend.
Talking about
Ooh.
Bobby Roode. And they're keeping Bobby Roode. Like that's
Yeah.
the one that everybody's like clamoring for. Like I don't want him to lose his job,
But
but it's like I
that's
want him to
the
come back
thing.
to Impact. You know?
Right.
They can do, and that's the thing, though. They can do anything with him. They stuck him with Ziggler. When they're done, when he's done with the Ziggler playtime, they can stick him with someone else. They can put him down with NXT. That's the thing, is he's flexible. They can mold him. They can do whatever they want with him. Some of these people, you can't change them up. You can't do anything else with them because they're stuck in a look or whatever,
Yeah. Man,
Hello, Alaska.
John Jones in Alaska. What's up, man?
And also CM Chris at Get Well soon, man.
Oh.
I'm sorry. My wife just got
Yes.
over it. It was super rough.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good
man,
to hear,
feel
Mark.
better.
Yeah, see him.
Feel better.
Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, man.
Stay
Okay.
strong.
Why are you up? It's like 5:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning.
He's
there. Why are
watching
you-
Impact Wrestling.
Watching,
Yeah,
like,
but he's-
where's Bison today? I thought Bison was joining.
Yeah.
He might be
Sleeping
coming
like a
in
normal-
momentarily. You never
What?
know.
He might show up in an hour.
That
There's
poor
discussion
man.
on the scumbag, the bison. Who knows?
It blows my mind that he's been like on these shows with you guys. I'm
When-
like, it's 4 a.m. for him. Like, how?
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's committed.
Does he sleep before he tunes in? Like
He
what?
does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he adjusts his
He
sleep
wakes
pattern.
up for it.
Yeah, he does adjust it. I've had the same conversation. I'm like, how are you doing this? I know what it does to me. So what do you?
Dedication, man.
How is he watching it? I thought it wasn't airing in the UK right now.
That's right.
Well, the YouTube,
Oh yeah, that's right. Ultimate Insider.
the Insider,
Yeah.
you can watch it.
Is it working
Yeah.
okay now? They were having issues that whole time. With it.
Seems like it's been okay lately the last couple weeks,
Yeah.
which is good.
That's
What-
what I've been using. Yeah.
Random question. I don't know if anybody uses this, but would you be able to get around it with a VPN?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I don't know anything about these, so I'm not trying to promote anything, but I keep hearing in ads about them that you can do that. You can log in from a different country and watch that country's Netflix and see content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just wonder if that applies to
Yeah,
other things.
Possibly.
Sure.
Depending, if you were still going through a reputable, a cable website site or maybe a Sling or something like that,
Mhm.
I have a feeling they still might put a kaputs to it, but
Yeah.
Kaputs. Good word, Bill. But
oh, here, just in case anyone was wondering, since I don't think we'll see him in person, the scumbag says Taya crosses Scarlet, Mia Yim were released. News.
oh,
Hey,
she's released too. Mia Yim.
Mhm.
Mia
Oh, yeah.
Yim,
Yeah,
yeah.
you missed that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
I said that right before you jumped in. I said Keith Lee and Mrs. Keith Lee.
They're releasing all these couples. That's so weird, huh?
I'm not really surprised.
Man, that's interesting. Why? What do you think? Like, is it
Because that's always, I feel like being a couple in the WWE, unless you're marketable, like that's always been a big no-no. That's why, like for certain people, like say Becky Lynch and Seth, like that's fine, but everybody else seems to get either separated or one gets fired, they both get fired, or they fire pregnant women, like
Becky's like their golden child too, and so is Seth. They're definitely not doing
anything. Well, they're
Yeah,
making $1 million a pop, so
yeah. Jeez, that's crazy. Keith Lee, didn't they just rebrand him too, like Bearcat Lee?
Yeah, yes,
like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago or something. Yeah.
What the fuck? Like that is
Dude,
so weird, man.
It's like they wake. It's like McMahon wakes up and whatever he fucking decides that day is whatever. Fire these 10 people. Hire 40 new people off the indies. Just fucking. Like,
I want now. That's
they're not scooping out. That's done. They're not scooping out of the indies anymore. They went through all that trouble to fire every single independent wrestler that came in off the indies hot, and they want to replace it with untrained models and fucking athletes.
This is all a shot at Triple H, man. This is all to him.
It is. Like, you think about it, he's probably getting the sole brunt of this because it was his idea to turn NXT into this independent version of WWE. And while they're blaming Triple H, probably the whole thing for its failure, really what it is, it's WWE's vision and the lack thereof.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it is. And AEW basically took that and said, all right, here's all the indie talent that you guys want to see, and we'll just put them here and give you guys what you want. It's interesting, man. It's really, really interesting. I'm actually shocked. Like, I mean, the funny thing is, everything aside, neither one's ratings are flying to the roof either. That's the weird thing. Like, they're all
declining.
They're all declining. I don't like no formulas like nailing a home run. Like they're like mainstream wise, even like you're not seeing crossovers anywhere. Like you're not seeing major stuff happening. So I'm like, what's it gonna take, right? Like obviously the NXT rebrand's not working. They're releasing people that they gave up on. Like I don't know what the hell it's gonna take. I feel like Impact, the company that everybody deemed was gonna be the one to die first for years,
is coasting through it all.
Is doing the best work of their, like some of the best work of their career.
Everyone's gone mad and they're reaping all the benefits.
So true.
Because I keep saying it this way: is once WWE and AEW start focusing on competing with each other and staying in their own lanes like Impact's been doing, they'll be fine. But it's because they're so obsessed with competing with each other that they're not even thinking rationally on how to book their shit.
That's what's happening right now.
People are kind of over it, probably. It's not that they dislike it and they dislike the project, but like, do you really want to tune into something that you're just not feeling?
That's the thing. Like people get worn out with like this being torn in two different directions. And like I said, I think Impact's doing this amazing work. I think more and more people are like, I'm just gonna watch this because this shit's actually, they're doing their own thing. They're not worrying about anybody else. They're not worrying about anybody else.
Staying in their own lane, and that's why I fuck with them,
dude. And I think it's great. Like they let indies like AEW use their talent. Like we're able to use their guys without problems. We're able to work with them. Like they keep a nice and fair system. It's a nice open door. I don't know, man. I think they got it right now.
Yeah,
they got it right.
And and they're getting all this talent that comes out of Stanford Supermax comes out more polished. Like Mia Yim is a far better wrestler than she was when she was Jade. She's had some killer matches in NXT. So she's going to come back. Oh yeah. I think she's fantastic. So she's going to come back now and be even better than she was, more polished, better look. I mean, all that stuff. And that goes for, say what you will about their crap product. Like we said, Cardona, he looks like a star, right? Because he was raised in that system and polished up, to be on TV. Yeah. So bring them on. Like all these people have gone and basically just got some great professional development, and now they can go pursue their real careers.
That's one thing. That's one thing I won't take away from them is that they do great development. Like that's their thing. They're a TV company. you fine tune people like Cardona is a good example. Like he's very fine tuned as a television star.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Green came back very polished.
Yeah, Deanna from the Indies
Deanna.
to
Yes.
They come in very polished, and it does help, man. So I think whoever Impact reaps from this is going to be great. Like I said, it sucks that Cross burned that bridge because I think we never got a great ending to that career in Impact, especially that
little
because who
patience.
him.
Yeah, that's all was needed.
Little patience, and
Stop listening to everybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we never got a good closure. It was only a year, right? It was just about a year.
Well,
unfortunately.
I think it was less than a year until they had to start freezing them out.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was less than a year even. So we never got good closure on it, unfortunately. But
No. Well,
Right, See, here's an interesting little thing that came out. I don't want to jump on this too long because it's kind of a controversial thing, and I don't like talking about controversial things in general.
great.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
But all right, so this is straight from the desk of an Andrew Azarian of the Madman.
He's pretty connected.
He's one of the more legit newer guys that have come out with stuff out of nowhere. So and what's funny is he and his crew or compadre or crew, whatever you want to say, they've actually jumped in with Meltzer's gang now. So they're on there once a week or something. But anyways, so he says spoke to a source regarding the WWE roster cuts. It is believed that possibly 4 individuals were released due to not being vaccinated.
Really?
That could be true with traveling, just like Kyrie Irving in the NBA. We can't use you, then you're no good to us.
No, and that's interesting.
It's believed that Nia Jax was very outspoken in the past about letting her immune system do the work if she ever catches the C word.
This is what's going on, man. This is what's going to start happening more and more.
It's the panini. Come on, guys.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen more and more in general in life right now. So that's interesting. I know Sasha was another one who was very adamant.
But that's the thing. But she came back, right? So I don't know.
She came back, but she was held off for a long time, and she was defying rules and doing. I don't know. Maybe she caved.
Did someone use the force on her?
Sasha's worth money. Sasha's worth money to them in Hollywood.
I was gonna say if Sasha goes missing, it's probably because she's doing Star Wars shit. That's why she disappeared after she lost those belts, and everyone wanted to say she was having a meltdown.
She was filming Star Wars. Yeah, she might be. Yeah, she definitely might.
Her future's in Hollywood anyway. It's not wrestling. And if she leaves WWE, she's not going to some other company. She's going to Hollywood.
Right. But yeah, listen, that's release talk, man. We'll see where these guys end up. I think the next they got 30 days, so you're not gonna see anything till December.
Yeah, some have longer, some have 90.
Oh,
90.
Really?
Just a few though, right? Keith Lee's on 90. Mia Yim.
Biff said he's 90.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say someone off of NXT, Oni Lorcan or something that's 90.
Yeah, because he was under Raw brand when they moved him back. So he's stuck under the 90. But
Cross only got not 30.
Oni Larkin is under the NXT group.
Well, he's officially actually tweeted that it's 90 for him.
Oh, I thought he said 30 in his YouTube video.
I don't know. That maybe he corrected
it.
There's a tweet out there unless it's wrong.
Oh, I listened to it real quick, so I might have misheard it. Okay.
These guys work fast. They're already making YouTube videos too about this.
They're on it, man. You got to be on it. Strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Calls are in. I'm sure everybody's calling them. Their phones.
Bill said you said some of them are already getting booked in GCW.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Yeah, Blake Christian immediately. GCW put out he's coming home. All Hearts coming home in LA.
Yeah. We had a couple calls as well at AEW. So it definitely, nothing's been locked in, but definitely the calls were out and coming back. So it starts immediately. The second the second that you guys are clear, that happens. So
every promotion's going to want to get him, and all these people want to work. So there's a whole lot of supply right now.
And then Tony Khan's like that meme where that dude's behind the tree and he's like, just licking his chops, like, all right, who's free? Who can
Thank you, Ronan Blue, for the
Ronan,
Thank
super
you,
thanks,
sticker.
Ronan.
Awesome.
Big much appreciation, brother.
And now we got a visitor from
What?
across the
What?
pond.
How many can we pack in?
Oh, Bison's here, huh? Look at this, huh?
It's a reunion, folks.
Taya bringing them back.
I'm gonna tag Bison in. I'm gonna take out Bison. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
How are you doing, guys?
I miss.
Well, Bison, what the hell? What the hell is wrong? I mean, it is. What time is it for you? It's like 5 in the morning for you.
3 now.
It's 3.
3? Are you out of your mind?
It's early.
Well, you know, why not? I get up to watch the show.
You have a family, Bison. You have kids.
I do have a family. I have a very
Got a
loving
family.
This is unbelievable. Bison's dedication to waking up to watch the show is incredible to me.
It's your
Your
lordship.
Your lordship, Lord Bison.
The people are happy. Big warm welcome for.
We
our
just
first
talked to
Bison.
releases, Bison. Mark, he forced me at nearly at gunpoint to jump in here to talk about.
I
the
was like, dude, you have to come on. I'm on right now. Ty is coming back. I was like, come on,
Yes.
like you've got to make time. I said, I don't care if you've watched Impact yet or not. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to get on the show and talk about releases because I just want to talk about Taya.
So I'm going to say one thing, then I'll hop off. Let you guys go with the review.
Okay.
Okay, I still got to say, it makes absolutely zero sense and zero logic why Minoru Suzuki just randomly attacked Josh Alexander. Josh in the ring,
The murder
attack-
grandpa. He does what he wants.
I know, but
Exactly.
but like Josh is going after Moose, and here comes Suzuki. Like, hey, I'm just gonna fucking attack you. And
Gonna
like,
do my thing.
I decided to come attack you.
I'm just gonna come attack you, and then
Fair
like,
enough.
and then Moose comes in. Oh, yeah, I want to be on my team, and he just, yeah, sure. Like, what the fuck? Like, it literally was like, hey, Suzuki's gonna leave. Like, this is his last. That was his last appearance before he goes back to Japan. They're like, hey, we got him. What do we do with him? Let's just squeeze him into something. Shit. All right, let's just put him against Josh. That's fine.
There you go.
That's all it was.
Hey, sometimes you get the wonderful story you're going to remember forever, and sometimes you get murder grandpa's in a bad mood. And you're standing there.
He's great, though.
I'm happy to get it. Yeah, he's awesome.
Right. The
got
fans win. Whether we understand it or not, the fans win.
He's got a great smile. Like, he's right above me here, above my head here. Like, it looks like he's just watching me and
He's watching you.
about to
fucking
kill
Waiting
me.
to put you in a fucking sleeper hold.
Oh, look at. Oh wait, look, David Penzer.
Penzer.
Oh,
Look
don't
at
get
that.
used to it, David. He's
Poolside
about to
Penzer.
leave.
Penzer, just one night only. I'm just jumping in to talk about the releases. That's it. One night only. And now that you're here, I'm leaving, Penzer. That's it.
Time to
I'm
bounce.
out. But no, very nice. Listen, the Suzuki, he's great, though. I will say I enjoy watching him, and he's got a really creepy but very intriguing smile. So I am very captivated by how he kind of catches you on screen. So it was fun to just watch him perform. Good to have him on the Impact banner, you know.
Trent, it's how I snagged my wife.
Just that creep being murder grandpa. Basically, huh? We should bring her in here and ask her. We should really get the story of how J-Bone snagged Mrs. J-Bone.
Oh no,
He was leaving. He was leaving the scene of a and she happened to be
J-Bone.
there.
We'll do
He
a
was like,
Patreon.
I was
There you
leaving
go.
the scene of a checkers.
J-Bone, I just realized something, J-Bone. You make the artwork for this show, correct? You make
Yes.
the artwork. Did you realize that you wrote Suzuki joins
Oh
Moose
yeah.
in the corner?
Suzuki.
Suzuki.
Dude,
Did
I
you
was
realize
so
it says Suzuki above
I
your head?
was so excited I misspelled it. And last week
I can't believe our dedicated audience has not criticized
Nobody
us.
caught that. Huh?
It'll be in the comments after the show, like
It's
every
because
comment.
our hate listeners don't speak up because they're pussies. It's just family in here, and they're
All
not
right,
going to
J-Bone,
insult us.
while the review's going on, while Bison's going into a rant of some sort at some point, I want you to make that correction. So, Suzuki.
Although I don't know if it. I think
Do
you forced David Penzer out of here early there.
Oh man,
Trent.
kicked him. That's in Florida. It's
But you did watch the show, Trent, I believe.
I did watch the show. today. I was home. I watched the
In
show.
completion.
I watched it live. I've been watching it.
Can you at least give us a tease of what you thought of the show?
It was a standard show for me. It was just kind of a nothing major for me on this one.
Now, if they join the Patreon, are you going to say how fantastic it was?
On the back. No, it wasn't
Oh,
like a
boy.
major progression show or anything like that, but it was just a fun. The crowd was hot. Bill, you were in the crowd. The crowd was.
Now they're doing a great job production wise
Yes.
of capturing what the Vegas crowd had been, honestly, because it always got a bad rap because it was just not audio tuned correctly, and they've done a much better job bringing, as Kevin would say, they brought all of Skyway with them to Vegas. They didn't do that in the past.
Yeah, they definitely mic'd that crowd better, and I think it represented how loud you guys were in there, and the lights, the production. I think it looked really nice. I think visually, it was it was big time. Like, it looked big time. It had a good image to it. Like I said, I think you absolutely Impact is showing that this is the place that if you want to be a character driven wrestler, you have something to develop. You want to be out there and not worrying about measuring egos on the other two. You want to actually do some work. This is the company to do it at, because they're progressing characters. They're letting people be themselves. Like, it's fun.
Yeah,
There's some fun shit going on here. Like, there really is some fun shit.
it's exciting.
It is. Like the Moose and Josh thing to me was like amazing. Like, I said it on the Patreon review that Mark, to me, that was like fucking art. Like, that was complete television. Like, that was the ending of Bound for Glory was pure television to me. I loved it. And I think that was one of the best pay-per-view endings I've ever seen. I know Truck didn't like it, but I loved it.
I was a huge fan.
I loved it. I
Huge
absolutely
fan.
loved it. To me, it was like,
you guys ready? You guys watching?
yes.
You guys watching? You ready?
Watch. Yep. Abracadabra.
3, 2, 1.
Look at that.
Ah!
Very
Look at
nice,
that.
J-Bo. Very nice.
Abracadabra.
Very nice.
Just like that Chris dude from Vegas with the rock star thingy.
Chris Angel,
Chris Angel.
Yeah, yeah.
Christine.
Mind Freak. Did we just get Mind Freak,
We
J
got
Bone?
mind freaked by J-Bone in Vegas.
I thought you were doing.
Copperfield at J-Bone. Come
I
on.
thought you were doing the Batman 66 episode with Pink. That's what I thought you were doing.
Nice.
Actually, I was
The
doing
Wayne's
the
World
magic.
Yeah.
I thought it was Austin Powers.
The guy doing the magic.
Yeah,
trick.
baby, yeah.
No, it's the guy at the end of Boogie Nights doing the magic trick.
The end of Boogie Nights is a whole different thing. Do you remember the last scene of Boogie Nights? That is definitely not the last scene of Boogie Nights.
Not that. No, the magic scene. The guy
Oh,
doing
oh.
the magic. I can't think of the.
Oh,
I remember the magic. I remember.
Some
the
would say
magic
that's
of
magic
Boogie
too.
Nights.
The last scene of Boogie Nights.
Absolutely.
Well,
it is.
Who becomes the magician? Is it John C? Is that who becomes it?
Yes.
The Magic Man. And Ricky Bobby later.
Yeah, this is horrible.
I had to drop it while I'm here.
Had to at least.
Keith, Coach Keith coming in with the fiver.
All right, get on with the
Nice.
review.
Congrats to
y'all.
Coach Keith.
You guys got a
Well,
review to do. You need to
big
blaze
up.
through this.
Yeah,
Bison
I'm
is
gonna
here.
get out of here too. I haven't watched the whole episode yet.
Oh, there goes
I'm
everybody.
tired.
See you.
All right. Guys, listen, drop your comments. Lady Frost was very vocal on Twitter today about she's like, stop tagging released people in dream matches on Twitter. Like, that is not the cool thing to do right now.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. Like, they don't need to see that right now. You know what I mean? Like, just show some support. Like, show support, but like, don't be like, oh, I want to see this and this. Like, just forget about that. But yeah, just like
keep that in the message boards and shit.
Yeah.
That's where that shit belongs.
yeah. And apparently, I'm debuting on Raw on Monday. If you guys saw my tweet, there's a guy on Raw who looks just like me.
Oh, jeez.
It's crazy.
Did you guys see this guy? His name is
No.
I did.
what's his
I
name?
did.
Like Vert Vanna? What the fuck's his name? Mana or something?
Whoa,
I think
Courtney.
it's-
Look out.
Courtney.
Courtney with $10. The Courtney.
Justin Miller. Oh
Justin.
my gosh, it's getting
You guys,
crazy
what are you guys
in
doing
here.
over here to us?
Dude, see,
Man.
Trent, you see what happens when you show up, Trent? My
Shit, dude, I should show
Lord.
up more often. We can actually
God.
meet now.
Hey,
Like,
yeah.
hang on a minute. Can I just say that actually he was here, then I turned up.
Oh,
that's
wait a
it.
minute.
Ah,
Okay.
the money is because of Bison.
We got a
It's
whole
the Beefalo.
You son of a bitch.
Rekindling old wars.
You dog Bison.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
But our listeners, guys, everyone, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Very
Seriously.
grateful. Thank
Right.
you
Guys
guys.
are the best.
Very nice of you all. That's so kind of
Yeah.
you guys.
Much love. Much love. Thank
Much
you.
love. And much love to you guys too. It's nice to see you guys again.
Absolutely. Trent and I will be back sometime during lunch in the next 4 days. We missed it this week, Trent.
We missed last week.
Yeah,
So
that's my fault.
Yeah,
But
we'll
it's
do
just
a.
been that busy.
We'll definitely do a hit and run for this episode, like our express review. We'll do it this next couple of days for sure. So keep an eye for that for Patreon, whatever we do it on. So cool. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
See you guys. Have a great review.
Thank
Take
you guys.
care.
Hey,
All
have
right,
fun.
guys.
Bison.
Later.
Bell's boy getting in on the action.
Look
on the
at
way
this.
out.
You guys, I'm so humbled by this. This is mind blowing. All right, Bison, thank you for jumping on.
This is
today.
for your lordship and Uncle Mark. But not Trent.
He's specifically, he's like, this is not for Trent. Thank you, Bells. That's awesome. All right, guys, get out the review. See you guys.
Take care. Cheers.
See ya.
I was having so much fun bullshitting around. Do we have to do the review now? I suppose we do.
Yeah, I
we should
guess.
talk about the show.
I suppose.
It was a good show.
All right.
It was
All
good.
right,
Okay,
well-
bye, guys. No.
All right, so we're going to talk about last night's AEW. Oh, wait. No, sorry. I did that last night.
J-Bo.
Sorry. I
That's
did
enough
that.
out of you.
I did that last night on Smash's podcast. Sorry, I got confused.
Come on, man.
I blame Nia Jax. She's trying to ruin my career.
Oh, come on. At least
botched
today,
it.
let's
You botched
leave
it.
Nia alone. She
Oh,
had a
come on,
tough day.
It's a little fun. Many others have had much more tougher days because of that. Never mind. Okay.
Well,
Hold on,
at least
calm
Taya
down,
left
just
her.
breathe.
There's a bonus.
Right. All right. So we are here. We're an hour in. By the way, thank you all for still being here and your generosity in us just kind of like hamming around with the releases and everything. Thank you. Much. Look, now we're already losing people because now we're not talking about the releases anymore. Anyways.
You never know when we might sneak it back in again.
Yeah, this is true. All
Maybe in this storyline, this person would be a good fit.
Oh my God. 11/4/21. That's right. We're talking about tonight's Impact Wrestling. Let's start out with a little BTI action. We got the highlights from last week, of course. We got the Iceman Intel. Not really giving us anything new, but kind of new.
I wouldn't say it's something you could have figured out after last week, but it is. It's important.
Proud as a peacock.
Well, this is
There
true.
you go.
Well, first he mentions Speedball Mike Bailey. So
He does.
If you have not seen the socials, if you have not seen the video, there are some videos floating around out there about Speedball Mike Bailey getting signed after he did a match with, yeah, and he was there too, Coach, the Coach. He had a match with Josh Alexander.
myself.
Thank you, Coach. Josh Alexander cuts a promo about this guy deserving it. And he's like, how did he say it? He's like, I put my reputation on, I build my reputation on this. And Scott, if you trust me on anything I say, get your ass in here and give this guy what he deserves. And Scott comes in with a contract and boom, gives him a contract.
Oh, and thank you, Eli Samuel.
Thank you. Holy cow. Much love. You folks are crazy tonight. We love you. Thank you so much.
Everyone must have just got paid or something.
So, yeah, right.
They got paid with the joy of Impact Wrestling.
Something.
And it is technically, I guess it is almost Friday. For
It
those
is
on
almost,
a
yeah,
weekly
depending on the
schedule.
time, yeah.
Thank you,
So,
Eli.
yes, you the man. Absolutely. So he talks about Speedball Mike Bailey. So I don't know exactly how soon we're going to see him. My guess is like after Turning Point-ish.
Or maybe at Turning Point as it's live.
It could be. Yeah, certainly could be. We could get some other
Right.
surprises.
Hey,
at Turning
speaking
Point.
of releases, a live Impact Plus special sounds like a great time for a name or two.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and hopefully sooner rather than later for guys like Jonah, if they are coming to Impact Wrestling. So we're hoping. He couldn't say anything in the interview I saw, but he was saying that things are wrapped up now as far as the red tape he was going through. So he should be able to work some places very soon.
Gotta wrap it up, J-Bone.
You got it. That's right. That's what we always teach the kids. And he talks about Eric Young. I'm too old for this shit. Eric Young getting cleared to wrestle. One of the most dangerous men in Impact Wrestling. People should be absolutely terrified. Terrence Sullivan says El Phantasmo is added to the Impact roster page. Interesting.
Interesting.
That's great to see. That means
Good eye.
he'll be sticking around for a while. Not complaining about that one bit.
We got to do the El Phantasmo.
I was going to shave off my goatee and say I was doing the Kenny Omega, so that wouldn't be very popular.
Mutton chops.
Yeah, like you just so it looks like the Omega symbol. But anyways, so that's the Iceman intel. Not a lot of intel, but it's because sometimes he throws a little riddle in there, keeps you guessing, but he kind of broke some stuff. So, but anyways,
I am finding it interesting the way they're adding these people from New Japan onto the roster page, though. It shows that they are bringing these guys in for a little bit for a period, even if it's only like 3 to 6 months, maybe 2 or 3 sets of tapings or something. Because we saw FinJuice added as well, didn't we? Which was pretty cool.
Right.
But one thing I want to give a shout out to New Japan, really, because they are really showing what having a working relationship is all about. I tweeted a couple of things over the last week where they've been actually physically advertising Impact Wrestling. Not just sharing stuff, but physically telling people to go and watch the show from their Twitter accounts. Now that's how you do it.
Well, and they're also building their touring stuff across the states now with the Strong brand, and that stuff is really getting hot with the different cards that are getting, because they got guys like Jay White, Will Ospreay on there. Then they're bringing in a bunch of Impact people. That stuff's getting hot. You want to talk about some damn good wrestling shows, but they're flying under the radar. They're really, but I think over time that Strong brand is really going to blow up in the States, really. So we're crossing our fingers on that one, and I'm sure Bill's going to keep his eye on that one too. So
check it out. I believe the Philly tapings either start this week or next. So
yeah,
keep an eye out for it. It's good stuff.
Yeah, they've been advertising all sorts of matches coming up. Moose versus Juice.
Yeah, that's going to happen out in San Jose.
Moose Juice.
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
Who knew that was a thing we wanted? Moose Juice.
You gotta have the moose jizz.
Moose jizz. No, we don't want that.
It sounds like some horrible thing I'd find up
my ass.
No, not there. Not there.
What?
Up in northern Wisconsin. Be like, you're gonna try the moose juice. No, get out of here. No.
Yo, prospector, he likes a little moose juice when he goes out for a little looking for the gold.
Jiminy Christmas. That's horrible.
I like that Bullwinkle brew.
Nice Bullwinkle brew. I love you, Zach.
I've got to meet Zach one day. He's a funny dude. I'd like to have a beer with you, Zach, one day.
I feel like he's like a distant cousin of mine because he's just as twisted. It's just low key. Anyways, all right, let's go on with this. We got the main event, of course, the match of BTI. We got Sam Beal with Rich Swann and the Mac versus Brian Myers and his learning tree of VSK and Zicky Dice. Boo! 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 He doesn't like that VSK guy. I don't know. I feel like he shunned you at an indie or something. Is there something behind all this?
Well, look what he did to our boy Sam Beal and Manny Lemons. All he had was a zest for life.
Zest for life.
Zest for life. That's a song,
I love
isn't
that.
It?
It is also the zest of a lemon or an orange.
Fully clean.
Yeah, he's the zest. I love Manny.
Violet here says Bill is old prospector junior.
Whoa, Prospector Junior.
He's how old are you, Bill?
I am the big 4-0. I am 40 years of age.
I suppose we could call you junior. I'm a whole whopping 7 years older than you, so okay.
Oh.
Junior.
You can be. You can. I'll let you be my.
Maybe the old prospector's kid brother.
You the same age as me, Jay. I'm 47.
There you go.
We are.
And then you can be the
We are.
A lot less
UK
grey.
prospector.
A lot less grey.
Yeah, I earned mine. Trust me, man. My life's been insane.
Although this side especially. This side.
The only thing not insane about my life is that I didn't have it in an insane asylum. Like my life was the asylum. Anyways, all right. So on to the main show. Oh, sorry, I should talk about who actually won this match. That would help. Hey.
Yeah.
So
who won this match, J-Bone?
It wasn't the Mac, and it wasn't Rich Swann. It was
the Beal. Perm.
It was
Beal.
the Perminator.
Perminator.
Beal got the win here. So,
That's cool.
It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
It was. They told a good story because Sam Beal really got worked over here, but he ended up getting the win. So it was cool how that all came together. So we were talking, and we'll joke about this a little bit, and we'll get on to the main show. So Bill and I were joking during the watch along, the live reaction, if you will, that I was like, well, what if Sam Beal actually joined this group of the soldiers, Rich Swann and Willie Mack? Because I'm like, dude, all he needs is like to tweak his gimmick a little bit, and he could be like right in there, you know?
Yeah.
He and the Mac could be doing like the hair pick thing, and like, you know, because he's got the perm too. Like,
I thought that straight away as soon as they came out. I thought, I wonder whether this could be a new thing. And what two great people to be hooked up with. You know,
right?
we know that Willie is amazing, and obviously you've got a former world champion. So what a great couple of people to be hooked up with if that's the case.
Beware of the Beal. But yeah, show that T-shirt off again, Bill. Again, if anybody missed that, that is an amazing
tie-dye
T-shirt.
Special. Got from Sam Beal himself at the merch table.
That is
over
slick.
At the Revolver show in Iowa this past weekend.
Do they do it in size Beefalo?
I think he does.
Side, are you a 2X or are you a 3X?
I'm 3, definitely.
You're a 3X? Okay.
Unfortunately, I got some serious tries to get in our shirt, so
you got a little extra beef on you. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
He had plenty of sizes, so I'm not sure where you can get all of his stuff. But my guess is if you tag him on Twitter or something, I don't know if he has Big Cartel. My guess is with tie-dye, it's not on Pro Wrestling Tees. But definitely check out. Like, say, hey, Sam, where can I get that great new shirt Bill from TNI had on? Because it's awesome.
It is awesome. All right.
Justin, I do have a good amount of Irish in me.
On to
I don't know what my tell is, but I guess there is a tell.
On to the main show then, after Sam Beal gets a win here. So we got that fatal 4-way. Now this is for the number 1 contendership of the X division, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
We find out this is a pretty much you win this, you're going to Turning Point.
Right. You're facing
challenge Trey Miguel.
Miguel. And after all the news from today and everything, people start coming out to the ring. I'm like, oh, there's a singles match between Maclin and I don't know whoever came out next. And I was like, oh, what was that? I missed it.
Oh.
I'm not doing perfection, but
Oh,
pretend this is a pickle.
Reese's.
I'm Pickle Man, and I want some candy. Won't you give me some candy?
Oh my god.
What is that from?
That's Adam Sandler from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
92, 90, 91, 92, 93 era.
Early 90s.
The classic.
It is. It is. So we got Maclin.
People really don't respect Pickle Man. If
They
you
don't.
come knock on the door.
Pickle.
They don't think the work went into it that it really did.
By the way, I want to say Maclin's ring entrance stuff was dope.
Yeah,
I missed it.
Maclin is dope. Full stop.
It was you gotta just watch the entrance, Alicia. You gotta check out this trench. It was like it almost looked like a jacket, like the boxers wear down to the ring,
Okay.
because it had like a hood and it was like kind of big. And
Oh, like the
draped.
robe? Boxer's robe?
It was more like a rain, almost like a rain.
Yeah, it was like a, if you know,
Like a
the
fisherman's
old
jacket?
dusters
Yeah,
from like
kind of,
Ultimate
but not as
Warrior and
bulky.
stuff. That was kind of like what it was.
Okay.
Very
You
cool.
had the Punisher type skull thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on the back, it had the mayhem. Like it was very cool.
Yeah,
Very, very
you
His
gotta
character's developing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting some slick ass gear, man. He's really getting into his character, which is, Punisher-esque.
Yeah.
That'd
That'd be tough to wear. Like that would be like it's just like the Violent by Design stuff. Like it's tough to wear a lot of that because
Yeah.
you do look like you're probably a menace to society if you're wearing that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, ready to start some shit. Gotta watch that guy. Maclin versus Rohit Raju versus Laredo Kid versus Taurus. This was a lot of fun. It was I don't know really where to go with this one, but it was basically just a blast. One of those where everybody gets their shit in. Taurus with the giant spinny flippy thing off the top rope, taking out everybody. Maclin kicking ass. Laredo Kid doing his lucha style stuff. Rohit Raju thinking he's already always one upping everybody, and then he kind of gets knocked down a couple pegs. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to throw some stuff in on this one?
Now we got the X division here on full display. Once again, the knockouts have been loading up. The main event's been loading up, and the X division has been loaded up now for the last couple months.
It's evolving.
So, yeah, like you're with Trey now at the helm. He got his run here with guys like El Phantasmo, but then still former title holders like Rohit. Laredo Kid here, though, he makes a big impression here. Probably the underdog, one of the underdogs in this match, gets the win here. So this is going to be interesting when we see later, turning point, Trey. We see Trey come out here once the match is over. And then Maclin tries to interject himself. They're able to stop him off together. But what role does Maclin play a role at turning point? Before or during the show? So very, very interesting for sure.
He's always like that guy that feels like he's gonna force his way into something. He's like, well, I was supposed to win this. You're gonna let me in this match, and if not, I'm gonna stir some shit up. He's like.
I have to say, I thought Maclin was going to win. I really did. I thought this was going to be Maclin's match. The only problem is, I think when I have a feeling that when Trey eventually loses, it's going to be to Maclin. So I guess the idea is going to be to give him 3 or 4 matches, before they get to Maclin. It may be hard to kill, maybe.
Well, it's one of those things where sometimes you need someone on the opposite end of the spectrum to really get a good run and then get that shot at the title. Doesn't mean they're going to get the title, but you need the big bad guy.
Totally agree.
The opposite end to really feel like, oh, okay, so this guy really is a threat. Maclin's the biggest threat in the X division right now. He's been plowing through everybody. We lost one of the biggest X Division stars in the last 5 to 10 years. He's gone. We haven't talked about him in a while.
Alex Shelley? Oh, Petey Williams.
Petey Williams, gone.
Really?
Because of Maclin. I'm using my quote fingers. It's not because of Maclin, but I'm using my quote fingers. It's because of Maclin.
All his fault.
It is.
Yeah. Petey always comes back. Petey will be back.
He'll be back after his term is done. Similar to I'm legit. Just to change the subject for a second. I'm very happy for Petey. Obviously, he's trying to transition his life.
Mm-hmm.
He is getting a little older, and he probably doesn't want to wrestle forever.
Oh, yeah.
If you can get a producer job in the WWE, which is obviously more cushy, does it have another level of stress? By all means, it does, because you're dealing with other stuff from another company. But physically, you don't have to deal with it. So, but nonetheless, congrats to him.
Yeah.
Because
after, what was it? One of those couple sets of tapings ago, where I guess he got busted under the mouth there. He had like that big, it looked like another set of lips. Like that was. He's probably like,
I remember.
Maybe let's scale it back a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, but nonetheless, so Laredo Kid wins this one. This one, like I said, this one was a lot of fun. And Keith, I don't know where the hell that came from, but anyways.
My pickle man talk.
Oh, pickle. Oh, okay.
Pickle mustache man.
Jeez.
Oh, it's nasty. Keith doesn't like pickle juice.
Pickle juice is amazing.
There, Keith? Is that how you had it?
My kids, I love pickles, but I never drank the juice out of the jar. But
love it.
My kids, there was something wrong with my kids. They would be like, "Hey, can I drink that?" I'd be like, "Go to your room."
Go to your room.
It's just vinegar, really. Vinegar and dill.
Briny vinegar, man. It's not bad.
I suppose it would clean you out. All right. Anyway.
Settle down, J-Bone. Kid show.
I don't know what else to say about it. Give me the TV. So yeah, I cannot wait to see.
I have the runs.
There you go. I cannot wait to see Laredo Kid versus Trey Miguel, but I do feel like Maclin's going to end up in this match somehow. I totally could be wrong, but I feel like he's going to make his presence known. Either way.
I look like a young boy to you?
Well, no, but you're still going to get your ass handed to you at some point. Sorry, Trey. Love you, but I'm just saying.
It's good to have. It's good to see J-Bone back on the lollipops.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's it's post Halloween. I have a few too many of them again, so I can't just let them sit there and
I have to say, the kids when I took my kids out for trick or treating this year, and bloody hell, we got 2 massive bags full of sweets. There was so many people getting involved in Halloween this year. I wonder whether it's a case of let's get involved in all this stuff now the pandemic's over and done with. But yeah, it was really cool this year.
Very nice.
We certainly
community Halloween bringing people together.
It was great. It was great. Anyway,
there you go. Good stuff.
Just thought I'd throw that one in. I don't know why.
Right.
There you go.
It's okay.
You picked all the good stuff out, right?
I feel bad. I saw this days after you sent it, Bison. I want to apologize because it was handed off to me and I didn't even know I got it. You had made some Halloween video, and I apologize for not putting it up.
That's all right, buddy. It's all right. It only cost me a fortune. No, it didn't really. It didn't cost me. I made it personally. I am joking. It didn't cost me anything.
We'll get it. We'll put it up next year. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we gotta.
Is it in here? Is the video in here?
No.
Okay.
No, I was
looking for. I was going to play the video.
I saw the email and I saw it the day after Halloween, and I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh shit! Sorry, my bad." But I didn't know like I knew it was sent to me, but I didn't even know like what it was. So that's my, anyways.
Good job, Scott. Good job.
Exactly.
There you go.
Well, let's blame. I'll blame Scott. Yeah, there we go. Thanks. Scott, who? Oh, no.
For reals.
All right. So,
I'll be able to use that again.
we can in 60 days or so
No,
it's 90
30.
days.
30 days. Hers is 30.
days.
Hers is 30. Good.
Yeah,
Very
NXT.
quick.
Good. The quicker the better. Gia Miller is backstage with Madison Rayne and Caleb with a K.
With a K.
And talking about the match coming up later against Mickie James.
Wait. Who'd you say there, J-Bone?
Mickie James.
Mickie James. You mean
Hardcore Country.
Hardcore.
There's another copyright. Never mind. All right.
it's worth it?
It's
Well worth it. It's worth it.
I can't wait till she leaves again. We stop getting these copyright strikes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We love her. And then we get another segment here with Gia Miller with Ace Austin.
Ooh.
And he's got a T-shirt that some might argue is better than
It's
Bill.
been a bangorama.
It's true. It's true. He had a bangorama last week with Chris Sabin, and now his muscle to his hustle is about to have a bangorama with Chris Sabin as well.
But what a T-shirt. What a T-shirt, J-Bone.
Yeah, it's a great T-shirt.
So he's like, you notice I'm usually showing off the goods, you know. Usually I have my jacket zipped up and it's unzipped and it's open and everything, and he's being all coy and Gia's like, well, yeah, you know, and he's like, but this time I got a T-shirt from this, and his T-shirt says I beat Chris Sabin.
Well, first he wants Gia to say, what does my T-shirt say?
Oh, that's right.
And she says, I beat Chris. No, you didn't, Gia. I beat Chris Sabin.
So yeah, it was a snarky little back and forth between the two that was really cute. And so yeah, we're waiting to see if this T-shirt shows up on shopimpact.com or possibly PWTs. We'll see.
Maybe it has to be I watched Ace beat Chris Sabin T-shirts.
Well, that would be under Gia Miller's shop, right? Or we would all wear those. You know, we all watched Ace Austin beat. Anyways, so
and I love though this is half of this is Ace putting over Chris Sabin, being treated like the legend, the former world champion that he should.
True. And then Fulton does get some promo time in here. I mean, it's short but sweet, but it's to the point because he's a monster, and monsters aren't going to cut some big 10-minute long promo because that'd be ridiculous. So, you know, he's the madman, and he basically just says he's going to, you know, whip his ass. So there you go. Hail Sabin. Yes, we got some Hail Sabins in there. Odarg? No, we're not playing Odarg. Wait, it's Lakers. Lakers, what is up, man? I hope you're feeling better, dude. He has been, we'll just say, because we can't say it on here, because otherwise we'll get canceled. He has been under the weather. Okay? So we hope you get better, Lakers. We love you.
Yeah, get over the weather.
Yeah, that damn weather that's affecting the entire fucking planet. Anyways, so now next we got VBD coming out. Eric Young cutting a promo.
I liked his new mask.
Oh, loved his new mask.
I think he has it in the back there, J-Bone.
It's
cool.
It's something similar. It's right here. Yeah,
It was very cool.
Oh shit! It's Joe.
He was back. Means
Joe,
Problems for all you.
Joe, when are you going to take off your mask? I mean, oh, shit. Sorry.
Coming from you, Jambone. Ah, wait. I don't laugh. I'm too mean.
Too cool for school.
I'm terrified now. Damn it.
Are you as terrified as Minoru Suzuki just like peeking behind us right now? Menacingly?
Yeah, he's like in between the. That is terrifying. That's like Jack Nicholson peeking through the door.
Yes.
It's Johnny. Jiminy Christmas. All right.
And I got to hold a knife and go. Ah!
That's Alicia's job.
It was olive oil's job.
That is not how.
I was going to say, yeah, it's olive oil.
Sorry, I have no idea.
Wow.
We're talking about how, but never mind. All right, so let's toss this around a little. VBD coming out. Eric Young's promo. He's back. He's terrifying. And then he brings out someone to wrestle him. I never even got his full name in my notes. You should
know his first name, since everyone was like, he's going to kill Jay.
Yeah. So,
Jay
but
he
got quite the local pop.
Oh yeah, Future Stars of Wrestling.
Future Stars of Wrestling from Las Vegas. This one lasted a whole whopping 5 seconds or whatever it was.
He basically destroyed it.
There you go.
Let's face it.
Jay Bidell, as in Vidal Sassoon.
Bidell.
Vidal Sassoon. Yeah, I used that back when I used to have it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
this kid should sell, though. I give him a lot of credit.
Christmas.
That kid right there.
You see what happens when you use too much Vidal Sassoon.
There we go. See, that's what happens. Don't overuse it. Bison knows too, I think.
Oh, man. Yeah, it just literally fell out. Straight after I used it. Just gone.
Oh, God. All right, so this is what I said during the watch along. Zach picked up on this. I was like, oh, my God, is that Bo Dallas?
It may have been 10 years ago, Bo Dallas.
Yeah, because 10 years ago, Bo Dallas was actually Bo Dallas, a little over 10 years ago, was about as thick, believe it or not, as his brother. He slimmed up incredibly.
He believed.
He did. He totally did. So, but yeah, he gets his ass handed to him. And, well, of course, we all know now that Eric Young is back. Alicia, any comments on this?
Oh, no. Mute.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a good match. I think the kid put up a valiant effort against Mr. Eric Young, but of course, what are we to expect otherwise? His first match back would be a squash match.
Yeah, you were giving Vidal Sassoon some love.
Oh yeah, because I was saying I thought it was pretty cool that the kid could sell really well, and that pile driver he took at the end, the kid launched himself a foot or two into the air, so that was pretty effortful. So it's not a word, sorry.
Well, I think someone agrees with you.
We're gonna call that Alicia's effort.
Not approvingly.
The word of the week is effortful.
Effortful.
I like
effortful.
I'm going to use that.
Effort.
I'm going to use that all day today when I get up.
Good. I'm glad to see I'm setting standards
People will be
here.
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Effortful.
There you go.
Yeah.
Effortful.
That's a point. I've got my pad. I should be taking notes of the professional podcasters.
Damn it. You've been on how long and you're not taking notes? Damn it.
All my notes are up here, baby. That's why I always have a not well productive setup here.
Not well productive. Write this down, Bison.
Hey, the treehouse is in full effect tonight. If you expected anything else,
That's all right. That's all right.
bumble words.
It's all good. Today's show has been brought to you by the word effortful. All right, we continue.
Effortful.
Bill, talk about Jay Vidal.
Well, he did. I know some people are there, like almost surprised that he was so over. But you got to remember, Future Stars of Wrestling is the Vegas territory. So a lot of the local wrestling fans definitely know almost every member of that roster, probably. So Chris Bay was getting huge early reactions when they would he would do Explosion and a little bit of Impact back in the day. And that's similar here. So I think that's always great to use some of the local talent because honestly, there's probably some people that came because they knew he was going to be on the show. So I think that's always a good use and get somebody out there, get them a platform, and who knows, maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, he's doing even more. So I agree. He sold it well. He got a little bit of mic time. One of my favorites was now he's in MLW is Senshi, but he was Shinron back in the day when he did the thing with EC3 at the Bethlehem tapings when they debuted on Pop, and it was like, here's a guy in a mask coming to the ring, so sometimes these guys you can put them over even in a limited role, and I thought they did well here, and EY obviously looked strong as hell in this match.
Oh yeah,
Which once again, that could be another tag team, an EY version of unless he goes singles. But think of that tag team division if it's him and Doering or something like that. Can you beat that team? Sorry, Good Brothers.
Hell no. Hell no. Well, I mean, they did win and lose, so I mean, but that was Rhino, right? But now, Rhino has, seen the light of day. He has seen the error in his ways. His diseased mind went with Heath. Anyways.
Heath?
Heath. Because he's got kids.
He's got lots of things, Heath.
So, he does.
I used to have a last name, but now a billionaire keeps it in a safe.
Oh, baby!
I love that one.
Just play them all.
I have never heard that Heath line before. I used to have a last name, but a millionaire keeps it in a safe.
We've been playing it for like a few months.
J-Bone, it doesn't matter.
J-Bone. I really thought that was going to end differently.
Alicia, if you could be a little more effortful tonight.
I will try my best to be full of effort.
J-Bone.
You can take this microphone and shove it up your ass.
Oh, I've had too many lollipops. All right.
They laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed!
Just keep playing bites for about 5 minutes. I'll be back in a minute.
Recovering.
This is sick. This is sick. This whole place is going to hell in a handbasket.
And this is why I love you guys. All right. Where the hell were we? Oh, yeah. Okay. Vidal says soon. Right. So then we get locker room talk, which is just completely off the rails, kind of like we are right now.
Which is the start of a great night of the Inspiration.
Yeah, I agree. I thought they were good.
It doesn't last long, though. It does not last long because the lights change. Well, first we get the logo, like, oh, we're getting locker room talk, and it's the Inspiration is here, and then you're quickly reminded that it's not the locker room talk of old. Oh, no. This is Decay's version of locker room talk now. dear God. So the lights change. Inspiration starts freaking out. They run separate ways trying to find the door, which is hilarious. It's like, no, don't run into the camera. Run the other way. They run to the door. They open the door. Oh, look, there's Decay. Slam the door, run back, and it's just, it's hilarious.
This is a good segment. I thought it was really hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was a great segment. This I actually texted Bill and J-Bone on this one. I was like, my God, this is brilliant. I loved it. I just think the way that they're setting everything up is just so good, and the whole kind of like ghost stuff, and it was good. No, it was really good.
Yeah, I'm loving the comedy aspect of Inspiration. Like, they could be sassy, they could be mean, but they're also comical.
Yeah.
They could switch it on a dime too, which is great. Bill, any?
Oh no, I'm in agreement with this. The Inspiration, I never doubted they'd be a good pickup because they can talk, they have a persona. And they add something to a division you're trying to establish. So you needed something like Fire and Flava had some of that as well in a different way, but something like that. And by not having that team together, you didn't have that. Now you have that in the division, similar to what the Beautiful People brought to that division years ago, which really put it on the map, the tag division for the Knockouts. So I think it's being reestablished here. And once again, not a knock on Decay, because I think that's going to be the top feud in this division for a while. But you see the build now they're giving to it. And I think you're going to see players like Tennille Dashwood, possibly Ty at some point, get into this feud as well. That's going to make it even more interesting. But I think these ladies are gold on the mic, so it's perfect for that division and for Impact. And like I mentioned during the reaction, saw Jessica Havoc, obviously at Revolver on Saturday, and she was very quick to talk about how great it is to work with them, that they're like really great to get along with, and how good they are at what they do. That it was tougher them to her and Rosemary to be quiet because obviously this was in the works for a long time. So definitely great to see them here, and I think that division is going to be skyrocketing in due part to them being there.
And if you like them and you love what you're seeing, then you need to check out their podcast, which is called Off Their Chops.
Yes,
so,
very good.
They just spend the whole time laughing. So it's so if you're having a bad day, it's definitely worth checking out one of their videos because it cheers you up. So
there you go.
There you go.
Awesome. Yeah, I just subbed to that, so I'm going to check them out.
It is good. It's fun, and they swear a lot. An awful lot.
Not a kid show. Not a kid.
Right? Yeah, I had to put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because I know they did a lot of comedy back and forth banter as the Iconics. So I wasn't sure if they were going to continue this or if they were going to do something fresh and completely change it up. And it's so from what I could tell, it's basically the same gimmick, and it's honestly it's turned up to 10, and I'm loving it. And it's they have so much charisma and chemistry, they can finish each other's sentences. So it's there. And if you're not on the Inspiration train yet, just wait. Give it a month. You will be.
I agree. They talk a lot about Impact on their podcast as well.
Right. So it sounds like they're going to be like the Good Brothers in a sense, only for the Knockouts division.
Possibly.
You know? They're going to bring – they have a lot of followers that they're going to bring to the table. Hopefully it translates in the future, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever going to be complaining like this.
Isn't Odark? Because he's also owes my money?
Now we'll get our money's worth.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where you're going to go with that. Okay, I follow you now. Thank you.
That keep Lakers happy.
Gotta keep Lakers happy.
Yeah, bless him.
That's for you, Lakers. And next time,
Pull my scarf.
Yeah, that too.
There you go. Even better.
That's still the best soundbite in there. In my professional podcasting opinion. Derek, got it. All right. Good Brothers versus FinJuice next. Great match. A lot of fun until we get a no. I'm guessing they called it no contest. I didn't see what the official ruling was, but
yeah,
everybody
Club just caused a bunch of hell.
Yeah, everybody got their asses handed to them from the Bullet Club. It was El Phantasmo, Hikolo, and Chris Bay coming in. Just
They'll all be singing soprano tonight, J-Bo.
All right. Yeah, they're all going to put the jewels on ice.
What was crazy about this, though, was that the match until this point was actually really good.
Yeah.
And probably the best they've done. I mean, I know we've seen this match a couple of times, well, 3, maybe 4 times now.
Mm-hmm.
But this, for me, was actually the best one. So they'd obviously got a lot of practice in, and this was the best one. And then it got kind of spoiled, really, for me. I was like, oh, this is great. And then, the Bullet Club have come out. And as much as I love the Bullet Club and Chris Bay, and I was a bit disappointed it happened at the point because I was really getting into the match. But there you go. You know, that's just story is, is important.
Right. But I feel like I know some people aren't into the whole Bullet Club thing, but I feel like, they're I haven't heard anybody yet say, "Oh, they're shoving the Bullet Clubs down our throat."
I don't think they are. That they've got, we didn't see them at all last week.
I keep forgetting they're part of the Bullet Club. So I don't know what that means.
Well, that has to do with that whole effortful thing.
Oh, effortful. Yes, exactly.
But no, they're not. So that's a sign they're not overdoing it.
Yeah.
It's still
they learned the
new
ring
to
of
our
honor
eye.
lesson, we call it.
So if you
Don't
dig
overdo
the old school stuff, you're looking for the new school Bullet Club to see what they're doing. Well, now here you see it. Now,
Yeah, you got to remember, because here you have Bullet Club, but you have dueling Bullet Club factions. The OG Bullet Club and the new Bullet Club, pretty much.
right? Yeah, like Good Brothers are kind of on their own island right now because they haven't been seen on AEW for a bit. So, which is fine, It's
Well, they are under Impact contracts, Jay.
well, they are. It's confusing at times. But yeah. So, no, not really. Some fans do this, but anyways. So yeah, Bullet Club kicks everybody's ass. Next, we got Gia.
Yeah.
Actually, AKA Vanna White, according to Swinger. So
Good
now
reference by
this
Swing Man.
This is funny, and I know Bill enjoyed this a lot. We'll go
I
around
did.
the horn and get everybody's opinion on this. But apparently,
You guys swing?
we're getting to that. We're getting to that. Well, not really, but so Swinger's trying to hawk this lovely piece of artwork from the former Swingers Palace in Nashville, Tennessee. So he brought it to Vegas, and but some other members of Swingers Palace feel like he's kind of embarrassing himself. So like they show Hernandez off camera with Bravo, like, oh God, he's doing this again.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
Exactly. So Hernandez goes up to him and he's
Hernandez.
He tries stopping him, like, hey, what are you doing? And so yeah, it's just an awkward situation. We feel kind of bad for Swinger. You know, he's trying to get some clout so he can start his own joint in Vegas. I don't see it happen. Oh yeah, he wants Hernandez's wad. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
He said you can't.
Does that mean the same? Does it mean the same in the US as it does in the UK?
I think it does.
I'm not sure. I'm terrified to ask.
He wants his wad.
It's money, Bison. No, it's not.
Kid show, Bison. Kid show.
Yeah, we're PG-ish. Jiminy Christmas. What do you do? Is that like the world's worst mime with a yo-yo or something? Is that what you're
saying? Super soaker. I'm thinking of the summer.
Yeah, one of them.
Dear Lord.
Dear God. I mean? One of these. You sort of just pock it like that, like this, and it blows its wad.
That's what he said.
And here comes the YouTube police. All right. So thoughts on.
You guys are wild.
I'm not feeling very effortful anymore.
I have to say, if Courtney was here, she'd be telling me off right now.
Right?
Who booked
this?
Great question. All right. So thoughts on Swinger trying to hawk his painting in Vegas, Alicia?
I love it. My question though, is it the painting of him on the horse?
It is.
He should make millions.
The thing is, I know someone else from this panel that really wants that painting.
I do.
Oh, Bill, you got competition.
No, not in that sense. If they're going to make print copies of it, I'll take one, but I don't want the actual. I don't want the actual.
I will put it over the fireplace. It will be the centerpiece of the home.
Now, if you do that, that means you got to put like a bear rug at the base of the fireplace and make it the official like Swinger's Palace.
And then you got to
do
an
homage to Swinger's Palace.
And then you got to do like the HBK pose naked in front of it, holding something. I don't know.
There you go. Oh, the HBK Playgirl.
Worldwide. Hello from India.
Ew.
Amazing. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you for joining. Share with your friends. Worldwide. Awesome. Tremendous. So yeah, this Swinger's a mess here. Any thoughts, Bison?
I love Swinger anyway, and I to be honest with you, I was a bit sad because when they sort of kind of closed Swinger's Palace down and they gave him his last match, and I thought, you know what, I think Swinger's gone. And I'm glad to see that they are still they're still using him because I think he's hilarious. It's funny, I had a conversation with someone on Twitter earlier on today, and I just said, look, anyone that is not down with Johnny Swinger clearly just does not get his gimmick. And that's it. It's simple as that. They just don't get it. If you've been a fan of wrestling for as long as some of we have, then straight away you recognize exactly what he's doing. And I think that maybe that's what it is. I mean, some of the younger guys, they just don't get it. They don't understand the words being used. They don't understand the references to the 80s and stuff. And which I get. So I guess for me, being nearly 50, I'm 47, so I kind of understand a lot of that stuff that's going on. So I find it hilarious. So for me, the only people that don't get it are the people that just don't get the gimmick. But I think he's just gold. Everything he touches is gold. And I love I just love the way they're using him. I think it's great. He doesn't have to get in the ring. We don't have to see him wrestle ever. You just have to see him on the show doing his thing. And
I
that's it.
believe I haven't noticed him in the past, but I was specifically looking at the intro tonight, and he's in the intro. Like there's a splash screen where he's going so that he's in the intro. That's awesome.
Last time I saw you was pre-cell phone era.
I think he's great. I think he's great, and I'm glad he's still on the show. I have to say, I'm glad he's still on the show. And the fact that the WWE are clearly copying the gimmick.
Oh yeah, we haven't even got into that news.
On NXT,
that's
that has to tell.
They
That has
damn
to
right
tell you something.
stole Swingers Palace.
Well, not only did they steal it, they made it's shit as well.
Yeah.
It's really shit.
No one could ever duplicate Swingers Palace.
But the reason is because they overproduce it. The beauty of Swingers Palace is that it literally is in a back room of the studio. Like it's just
a closet.
It's just a shitty table, it's just a normal table with a bit of cloth over it. You know, the whole thing about it is that. So what they've done is they've taken it and then they've overproduced it, which is what they do with everything. They just overproduce everything and make it it just isn't funny anymore.
Well, the guy that was behind the what is it, a craps table, or what kind of table was it?
That's what's his I've forgotten his name. There used to be an Impact.
Talking about Trevor Lee.
Trevor Lee. Yeah, Trevor Lee.
Yeah. So Swinger was watching this and he said,
Dino, is that the guy from TNN?
He is the guy from TNA.
It is.
He is
and now he's a millionaire.
GFW tag team champion with the Brian Myers.
Well, that's right.
Hey, I like how that all comes together.
It is. what a small sick little world.
This is sick. This is sick. This whole place is going to hell in a handbasket.
Enough said. All right, so yeah, I can't wait to see where this goes. It's Swinger versus Vegas. It's what could go wrong.
Awesome.
All right, so
all I know is one day there will be Johnny Swinger on a horse behind me, and it will be the best day ever.
I hope so. I hope you're right. I truly hope you're right. But we'll find a way. I mean, if I have to swim all the way to Vegas and find a way to get the painting to you, I'll
That we can't ever forget. Never forget the IPWF, Erica.
Yeah, they need to do that again.
That was Thanksgiving of a couple of years ago.
So, it was. Yeah,
but yet Johnny Swinger and Congo Kong were the only people that were in their gimmick.
Right, they didn't have to do anything because they were just perfect as is, right? All right, so then we got FinJuice is really frustrated from the attack. They want the Bullet Club. They're going off, especially Juice. And hey, look, there's a Scott D'Amore. He's been fixing all the problems lately. He's losing his mind. And so he's like, all right, well, you want the Bullet Club next week? Well, boom, you got a match with the Bullet Club next week. And the winner of that one will face the Good Brothers at Turning Point.
Ooh.
So it's a number one contenders-ish match, I guess. So can't wait for that. We got the Knockouts title match, Mickie James versus Madison Rayne. This one kind of felt short but sweet. I felt it was good.
But it was really good because of
Hardcore Country. Of course. Good guitar solo there, Bison. When you been working on that? Alicia, talk about this match. Did you like this match?
I like this match. Of course, it's always good to see two old school knockouts in the ring tussling it up. It was a little predictable, of course, because it's Mickie James is the champion, so I feel like they're going to try and hold on to that for a little bit, at least until we get to what we see as the Mercedes Martinez interaction here, which is at the end of it. I'm kind of more excited about that than the Madison Rayne match. Sorry.
No, that's cool because I mean we've obviously seen that before. It's been a long.
Right.
It's been what 10 years ish, give or take a little.
Good for the nostalgia, but
yeah, because they could both still go. It's not like
for
they're
sure.
stinking up the joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Mercedes Martinez comes down to the ring and she's like, "Hey, I won that Knockouts Knockdown Cup tournament thing match."
It's just like that. She said it just like that.
Right.
She's like, the gimmick, Daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just like me, only 10 times better. So she challenges Mickie James to a match at Turning Point, which I believe, if it's not already official, I haven't checked the social media.
Official.
Is it official now?
It is official. At Turning Point, it's Mercedes Martinez versus
Hardcore Country.
Oh, sorry.
Damn it, Bison, take some more notes. All right, so yeah, we're absolutely looking forward to that, and it's never a bad thing to see some classic knockouts, and I mean that with much respect. You know,
to be fair, it was a good match.
It was. It was
a good solid match. You know, I mean, it's not a match that I would have gone like I got all too excited about when I saw it, but. You know, I know that people were like, "Oh, you needed a bit of build, you know, sticking this in rubbish." And I'm like, they've got history. You don't need build. They've got history. But it was a good match. I mean, it was solid. There's no doubt about it. But you're right. What made it was the fact that Martina Martinez came out at the end, you know, showed respect to Mickie, which is what, you know, maybe Madison should have done. And then we get a great match ready for Turning Point. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you
for the copyright fees.
Thank you, people.
Yeah, because
there's no copyright fees.
No, but
YouTube is just easy going.
They're not going to charge us fees, but if they're going to, demonetize us at any point, well, there you go. But anyway.
Oh yeah, because you can't say even a catchphrase.
Yeah, you can't.
My eyes are rolling audibly.
Yes. There you go. So, definitely looking forward to that. Turning Point is absolutely stacking up. Let me quick open Impact Wrestling here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm opening up here. Shop No Events.
Well, speaking of that, I don't know if it's still there. The Moose Champion shirt, $5 off during the show tonight on Shop Impact. It still might be $5 off. I don't know. It was during the show.
There you go. Okay, so we have an updated match card for Turning Point.
Turning Point.
We got Knockouts Championship. Mickie James, yep, just like Bill said, it is official, versus Mercedes Martinez. I can't wait for this.
That's going to be an amazing match. That's going to be an amazing match.
We've got the Knockouts Tag Team Championship match, the Inspiration versus Decay. But now we got this segment that's coming up here in a minute. We're going to talk about. Might make some trouble for Decay, but we'll get to that in a second. Then we got the X Division Championship match. We got Laredo Kid, who became the #1 contender tonight, against the defending X Division champion himself, Trey Miguel. So yeah, you could call it the undercard, whatever you want to call it, is really, really shaping up. Looks like a lot of fun. It's
good.
It's a little confusing to see what's going to happen to the top of the card yet, but I'm here for it. I can't wait. So I don't know if it's going to be an actual championship match or if it's going to be some major tag matches like we saw earlier tonight. We'll see. But I'm excited because I'm assuming Suzuki's going to get in there somehow, some way. I hope it's not just a one-off here. We'll see. But then the Inspiration is trying to avoid dark places around the building. They're trying to.
Did we talk about the Inspiration and Gear little skit? Did we talk about that? Because that I thought was awesome.
Yeah, that's where they get the advice to avoid.
Yeah, they get the advice about.
They have to look at
I must have missed it. I'm sorry.
The only reason I bring that up is because I wanted to talk about the kind of Gia and the Inspiration have got real good chemistry. Like they clearly like the chemistry between the two of them work really, really well. And I hope we get to see more of Gia and the Inspiration backstage, because I think they just seem to gel together and work really, really well. So I want to see more.
I have a feeling the Inspiration and big fan of Gia, and I think she did a great job with them. But I think the Inspiration are going to work with almost anybody they work with on the roster.
Yeah,
they're that skilled.
They're flexible too. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, and Gia Miller knows her place. I don't mean that in a bad way. Please don't take it in a bad way. But she plays the timid backstage interviewer real well. She totally does. Like, she's got an air of confidence about her when she's out there with Josh Matthews and they're doing BTI, because they both have a role to play and they both have a show to put over. So it's a different vibe. But as soon as she grabs that mic and she's around, say Moose or the Inspiration or Decay or whatever, what in the world is that?
I think it made an appearance before, but
he just sent me that as well.
When the TNI group reforms,
Jiminy Christmas,
and is ready for battle.
That's crazy. I don't know who that's supposed to like.
I believe it is a triple threat.
Don't make pictures of me. I don't like that.
No pictures. It always finds well, I think those are all from podcasts. I think they're video pictures.
Yeah, still. don't make pictures of me. I've been pretty clear on that from the jump.
Listen to the woman. Listen to the woman. But yeah, that was funny when you were talking about Gia Miller interacting with the Inspiration and how she gave them some advice about avoiding dark corners, dark hallways, corridors like that. So here they, Inspiration find themselves down a semi-dark hallway, and oh look, they found the undead brides. They found Brandy Loren and Kimberly looking quite
Gollum-ish.
Mischievous.
Are you looking for mother?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I love them in these roles. I feel like I'm glad, don't get me wrong, I'm glad Kimberly is doing this new role. She fits it insanely well, but I feel like there's something about Brandy Loren that she's just terrifying to look at. Like, she had the blood down her chin and all down her dress.
In front, yeah.
And she's slowly. Oh no, another pick. What the hell?
Violent.
Violent by impact. And look, Bison is Joe Doering, and Trent is
Rhino.
Trent is Rhino. That's oddly perfect. I'm Eric Young, and Bill is Diener.
I guess so.
That's just crazy. Trent looks like he's smelling my armpit.
You know what? That was from
The best bit about them is how badly they're done, Zach, to be fair. I love them, but, you missed out half of my face. So,
He's getting better. He's never mind. He's putting in the effortful. I'm trying to use that as much as possible tonight. All right.
Bull crap.
Thank you, Sammy. We miss you. So Inspiration is talking to the
settle
undead
down,
brides,
Mark. Settle down.
Trying to what? Oh, dear God. Yes, behave yourself, Mark. Your wife might be watching. Because she is fans of us, because we put her over that one time when she was, never mind. So she's asking the undead brides if they can take care of Decay next week,
Decay.
obviously before the Turning Point show.
Because they ain't afraid no ghost.
So, no, obviously not. Yeah, and neither is what Dan Aykroyd and some of those other. Never mind.
The great Bill Murray,
Spinkman. Never mind.
Beckman.
Yeah, that too.
Come on,
I haven't seen. Well, damn it! It's an old movie. I was 10. Give me a break.
Well, there was Ghostbusters.
I think we definitely need some Kimberly as a soundbite with the whole kind of like are you looking for mother and stuff like that. I think
that'd be a good one.
Yeah, there'll be loads of inspiration ones. There's going to be loads of inspiration ones.
Yeah, I took down a few of the older ones. We could put in a few new ones. So yeah, I can't wait to see that next week. Decay versus the Undead Brides. Yeah, Undead Brides.
Yeah.
Then we got Gia Miller with Eddie and Cardona and Josh Alexander. And it's, you're supposed to be, woohoo, look at this team. We're so excited. They're putting all the good guys together. And I look at Bill and I'm like, they're going to die. They are absolutely going to die. They're going up against some of the meanest, craziest sons of bitches in wrestling. These guys have no chemistry together. They're just thrown together for a simple cause. It ain't going to happen.
What are you saying? The only way they could win is with a miracle?
But what stands before us is a miracle waiting to happen.
And it ain't going to happen. Right. Exactly. Pope. Has he been pimping still?
He's always pimping. Pope always be pimping.
He's on. He's NWA tag champ or something, isn't he? Or some sort of champ. Am I right?
I believe he had a title. I don't know if he still does, but
okay, he was definitely on there, wasn't he? I used to like him on commentary. His comments.
Oh, it's one of my favorite lines. I say it's still during every show at Impact. Is every time, and apropos, we're talking Eddie Edwards. Every time he does his patented dive out of the ring, it's a shot of caffeine, Daddy.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yeah.
I just hope
he's great.
I just hope he's still not playing Tyrus as young boy. That's
no association with Tyrus, please.
Oh, good. Good to see.
Tyrus. That's a swear word in this house.
It was a swear word when he was EC3's lackey.
Yeah, right. So yeah, these guys, they're gonna try. They're like, they're kind of like Orange Cassidy. They're gonna try, but it's not gonna happen. Chris Sabin versus Madman Fulton next. This one was a lot of fun. Madman Fulton, I don't think I included this in the news. I'll quick throw it in here, and I've talked about it either on my podcast or on the couple other places. So if you missed it, there is a movie trailer out there, and Madman Fulton's gone Hollywood, folks.
Fulton.
He is absolutely gone Hollywood. I'm going to quick find the trailer here. Give me a second.
Madman.
You guys talk about this match. Yeah. I'm going to find this trailer.
Thoughts, Bison, on this match with Madman Fulton. And
it was great.
He's not going to get a T-shirt. Well, all we know is that. But it was a good match. They mixed well together, I think.
Yeah, I think sort of, I don't know. We've been seeing a lot more of Fulton in recent weeks. That they're definitely giving him a lot more ring time, which is good to see. And he's, I don't know. I still love his intro song. I think his intro song is great.
Yes.
So and so they're putting a lot of time and effort into him. So it's a shame that he lost. But as I said yesterday on Impacted, you can't keep having Sabin lose. Otherwise, you can't keep saying how great he is if he loses every week. So so it was good to see Sabin get a win under his belt because he needed it. I think he needed it.
Yeah, he's had some big wins this year, though, for sure. He beat
Yes.
Moose when nobody thought he was going to beat Moose.
Right.
So he's had some big wins, but obviously this feels like it's going to culminate in, I don't know if it's going to be a special attraction match with Ace Austin, a rematch with Ace Austin.
Possibly.
Maybe a turning point. We'll
Yeah.
see. Alicia,
So-
thoughts on this match as
Yeah,
well?
go ahead.
For,
You finish up your talk about this match, and then I'll talk about the movie real quick.
the mute button. I don't.
And I don't have my mouse, so I'm like trying to manually do it.
Oh no!
And we're
Oh,
back on
no,
it.
we went back to mute.
You did it.
And again,
It's the
It
cat.
keeps it's like it keeps doing it. I don't know what's going on. All right. Anyway, I'm not touching anything in this meeting. Anyway, I'm just trying to say it's good to see Fulton in a match. Boom.
Yes.
On to the movie.
All right. So, all right. So if you go on YouTube and you do a search for "Escape from Death Block 13," there's this
Nice.
guy. There's this guy.
I've got B movie title written all over it.
Well, a lot of people are calling this guy, this Robert Bronzy, they're calling him a B-movie Charles Bronson. But that's the thing, is he looks exactly like Charles Bronson. And he's getting these like Western roles and these super violent shoot 'em up roles. So if you like classic shoot 'em up roles, like very, very similar to like, I'm trying to think, like, okay, so like old Rambo stuff or old Schwarzenegger Commando movies, or say the 80s war Chuck Norris ones where he's blowing up everyone and all the enemies. If you like that style movie, go check this movie out. It's set in a prison setting, and this guy Bronzy's going undercover, and they're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, but anyways, a lot of fighting, a lot of action in the prison, and one of the prisoners is Madman Fulton. If you watch this trailer, about halfway through, you'll see some fight scenes in the prison, and you'll see a guy with dreadlocks. Sure as shit, it's Madman Fulton. He's in this movie. So I popped. I didn't see this getting reported anywhere. I'm not that cocky. I'm going to call this an exclusive, but I did notice it, so I wanted to let you guys know.
If you follow Fulton, he's also in the process of filming a horror movie right now. Right? He's been posting pictures either on his Twitter or on his Instagram. I can't remember. Someone knows what I'm talking about.
Get Fulton in a Rob Zombie movie. That'd be cool.
There you go.
Could be.
Listen, they're gonna need to start casting new Michael Myers and Jasons, and I think he's the build for those big old characters. So why not? If they ever decide to make more, I'm just saying.
Man, Hollywood Fulton, and you still have Ace working with Dino Velvet, I believe, and who knows what's going to happen.
Dino Velvet.
Dino, what? That's hilarious.
Don't mock Dino Velvet. He's a fine
filmmaker. We love Dino. We absolutely. I was gonna quick look there. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna screw this. I'm not gonna look that anymore. Let's wrap this up. We're already over 2 hours. All right. So, but yeah, this was fun. Chris Sabin came out on top, but Madman Fulton, like Bill, you mentioned this during the live reaction, that you've noticed that Madman Fulton has definitely started to improve in his wrestling, and it's matches like this that it's really going to shine through. If you're going to have a bad match, it certainly isn't going to be with a guy like a legendary Chris Sabin.
Correct. And I won't deny that Chris Sabin is helping this, because Chris Sabin's one of the best wrestlers in ring work in the company's history. But this worked with him because I don't know if you remember a couple years ago when Tessa was getting into the Sammy feud. She had a one-on-one with Fulton. That was a pretty decent match. So the same thing here, because we haven't seen, man, we saw him on Explosion do a few when he was having that run near the end of Explosion. a couple singles matches, but for the most part, in Impact, we haven't seen many. So I think this is a good use of him for sure. And tonight, for all the Fulton people that think, oh, he hasn't been getting any time, because everyone's always unhappy with somebody, but for the most part, everybody gets on the show, everyone gets time to do something. But Fulton has been a great enforcer he was Dr. Fulton last week, fixing Ace's nose. This week, he talked in a promo. He looked good in a match with Chris Sabin. I think you're seeing something. He looked good in something like the Battle Royal. He's had a lot of good moments over the last 4 to 6 months. So I think it wouldn't surprise me. I think you're going to see, like, he's going to start maybe winning some of those matches, you don't think, or if they are in a tag, like maybe he'll take the win instead of Ace taking the win. So I think you're going to see more with Fulton, because as you see all these big guys in Impact, that's just another big guy. They have a Haas division right now at Impact Wrestling.
They totally do, and the funny part about it is it really snuck out of nowhere. It's like you heard people kind of mentioning it once in a while over the last 5-ish years or so, because they had a lot of shorter X division size guys. Some were thicker than others doing their thing. Then all of a sudden we got guys like Madman Fulton, Joe Doering. Of course, we had Moose for a while. Then we get Morrissey, and all of a sudden you start looking at the roster, and it's like, holy shit, we got some monsters, man. This is pretty awesome. So yeah, and I think we're gonna get some more in due time. So we'll see. And yes, Joe, we were talking about you. Settle down.
No one's bigger than me.
No one's or meaner or smellier or oh, sorry. Love you, Joe. All right, thank you for coming. So great match. Anyone else want to say anything about this? No.
You've said it all. It was a good match. Fulton's doing amazing. So let's move on.
Keep it up, man.
All right. Main event time. We got Moose, Morrissey, and Suzuki making his in-ring Impact Wrestling debut versus Eddie Edwards, Matt Cardona, and Josh Alexander. What an absolute, I don't use this term a lot, but I'll call this a slobber knocker, especially when you get guys like big guys on the team like Moose and Morrissey, and then you got Psycho Grandpa. What do they call him? Murder Grandpa. I'm still getting used to this, guys. Suzuki really turned it out for this one. A lot of fun. I feel like he could have had a little more ring work. Maybe I missed something in there, but still fun to see him get in there. And the biggest monster of them all, Morrissey, gets the win here. Those freaking boots, man, they gotta he's gotta have some like steel toe boots or something. Size 17, I'm guessing. Just huge.
Can't teach that.
Big boots. Dude's got big boots.
7 feet tall. You can't teach that. Alicia, what'd you think about this main event?
I didn't see much of it, but from what I did catch, I thought it was excellent. I normally have been on the wavelength of saying that I'm not really into these hodgepodge tag teams, but this was pretty good. It was exciting and entertaining, so, no complaints.
Are you a fan of Suzuki?
I don't know enough about him other than the few times I've caught him show up on the independent scene.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I feel like that's a lot of the people here, including myself. I've seen a few of those. I've heard about a few of those lately. I know he did a match in like MLW or something recently.
GCW.
GCW. That's where I've seen him.
Just fill in the blank with any, 3 letters. AEW, GCW, MLW, WW. Oh no, not that one. Certainly not that one. They wouldn't know what they wouldn't be fucking clueless.
He's old school strong style.
He is. How long has he been wrestling?
Long time.
30 plus years?
Yeah, I would say around 30 years. Sounds right.
Oh. That's quite the career. And that's one of those that, like I always say, if you don't know, you want to know more about someone, just look it up on YouTube. Great place to find some old school matches. You never know what's going to pop up, what they're going to throw at you when you type in Suzuki versus, and just let
there
your
is, and
imagination run.
you can find it because I wasn't sure if it happened, but since they were both in Japan, I think there was one match with him and Joe Doering. I don't think it was too long of a match, but I think it might be like maybe a 10-minute type match.
Oh, back when Doering didn't even look like Doering.
No, yeah, when he looked like that other guy.
He looked more like Dolph Lundgren, or Duke Nukem or something. Anyways, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. Bison, any thoughts on this?
I really enjoyed it. I'm not always a big fan of the sort of kind of like multi tag team matches or multi-man matches. I'm a big fan of one-on-one stuff. I quite like tag team, but once we start getting into these sort of kind of multi-man things, I find you get a lot of people standing around. But in this match, I felt that everyone was kind of on top of their game. They really did a good job on this one. There was one really cool moment when the faces all were standing tall in the ring after doing like jumping out of the ring here and there and everywhere. Amazing. Great match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Mayor just reminded us that he's a straight up badass. He does have an MMA career, 30 and 19. So yeah, he's had some wins, he's had some losses, but that's still, hats off to him. Seriously,
No, he's definitely tough. The strong style when he does like his thing is the smacking of the chest. Like he does like the really short strikes, and he like just smacks you. He hit Josh a couple times, but it's something where you see in some of his older matches, like he's laying into these guys, like their upper chest is purple for a while.
33 years. Thanks, Zach. Yeah, since 1988. It's when I started high school. Jiminy Christmas.
Jeez.
I feel old now. I'm sure he does too at times. Anyway. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Solid, more than solid episode. We got a little bit of everything. Got some comedy. Got some great knockouts action. Got some big star matches. And even Sam Beal pulled out a win here against his old
Sammy.
So all around, you had a little bit of everything. Good stuff. Any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Well, they did announce that Tuesday, the digital media strap is on the line.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the Skylar squad gets its date with Destiny against Jordan Grace.
Ooh, careful how you say that.
Bam! I'm actually looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a good match.
It is, yeah. Like this week's match was pretty pretty short, but it was fun. We'll see what Skylar can do. He's had some good matches. He's done a little bit of goofy stuff. He's done a little bit of everything. So we'll see.
Yep.
I mean, the guy's been around enough that he's comfortable being put in a role like this. And that says a lot, because not everybody that has been in the industry this long has how do I say this? They got the attitude where it's like, okay, yeah, I'll do whatever, put me in anything. Whereas some guys are like, no, I'm only going to have these kind of matches against these kind of people, and this is how I want my career to be run. It's like, well, you can't do much with that then. Skylar's already proven that he's willing to do pretty much anything. So, hey, that's not a bad thing.
Kudos, John Skylar.
Kudos to him. So, we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's go around the horn. Let's wrap this up. And, wow, what a night. Alicia, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter under the handle Alicia B. Cakey. I'm on Discord too, just lurking.
Discord.
She's quiet. She's watching all of us. You just don't know it.
I'm modding your fucking shit.
Very quiet. Honey.
I was awake last week too, Penzer. My eyes are open.
Was Penzer here, or did he realize Trent was gone long enough that he could come back?
He was lurking.
He was lurking.
He was lurking.
Okay. We appreciate it.
Always appreciate it.
We thank him for his time.
Awesome.
And I did say earlier at the next set of tapings, because it will be going into the Thanksgiving holiday week, I'm not going to abide by Eastern Standard Time, so I will be out and I will get you your drink.
There you go.
Because I pay up.
There you go. Poolside Pens are getting to get that drink with Barside Bill. I don't know. Anyways.
Barside Bill.
All right. Bison from across the pond. Where can they find you?
Okay, guys. Well, you can find me on Twitter at LordBison45. You can find me every single Wednesday as I host the show Impacted from the TNI UK crew. Don't forget to check out, obviously, the Joker and Simply Steve. You can find those guys. All you got to do, because I can't remember off the top of my head what their Twitter handles are, but if you just type in, Daily Giggle, you'll get Joker definitely. And if you stick in Simply Steve, you will 100% get Steve. So go and check those guys out as well. Really appreciate it. We've got. I'm hoping we've got a British legend coming on the show next week. So make sure it's you check that one out.
Any tease?
Fingers
is there a
crossed.
TNA connection, maybe?
There is. Fingers crossed. But it isn't Doug, so I'm not going to say it isn't Doug. No, it isn't Doug. Yeah, I am going to see Doug next Sunday, though, at a Wrestle Carnival show.
Nice.
So, Doug's, who is he against? Joe Hendry. So
Joe Hendry.
Yeah, that's going to be with Pure Rules. So that should be interesting.
Access denied.
Yes, baby. So that one should be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Also, we've got another girl here called Lana Austin in the UK. She's going against friend of the show, Alex Windsor. So we should be looking forward to seeing that one as well. In fact, I think that's going to be my match of the card.
Nice.
Great to see the UK scene kind of coming back around.
Yeah,
we know what that up north promotion did to that scene.
Fingers crossed. If the person who I'm hoping comes on the show next week, they were going to be on this week, but I'll tell you what reason why they weren't offline, because it's quite funny. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll be on next week. And has been on a TNI show and was actually billed and performed against LAX. And this is it. This is a tease. So if you're a true Impact fan, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Was one of a tag team that was against LAX at the last time Impact did a show in the UK.
Oh.
And it was an Impact special as well. It was Impact Plus special, if I remember rightly. But they were against LAX, and it was a tag team match, and it was a badass match. So if anybody knows,
oh, okay,
could be happening next week on Impacted. It could be happening next week.
I know exactly what he's not talking about. I don't know. But yes, please go check out Team TNI UK. They're putting out great shows every week now. I'm very proud of them. They've come a long way over the course of the last.
Got it straight away.
He's good. He knows his stuff.
Oh, the legendary Jody Fleisch.
Oh yeah, J-Bone.
J-Bone.
We're giving it away.
Well, no, it's in the chat. It's right there.
I'm hoping.
Fair enough.
I'm hoping. So fingers crossed. He was supposed to be on this week, but it didn't quite pan out. It was quite a funny story, but he has said that hopefully he'll be on next week. So Jody Fleisch, hopefully on the show. on Wednesday. So make sure you check that out.
Very nice.
It was not my fault. Anyways, thank you, Bison, for all the hard work you and the UK boys do. Bill, where can I find you?
Mainly on Twitter. I started doing a little bit more since I got back. So at my name, William M. Gardner, Gardner. I might put up, who knows? I might get saucy and put up my Instagram pics sometime soon. That's for you, Zach, because I know you love to hear that. But it may actually happen because I want to kind of clear them off the hard drive. So I got to kind of post them before I can then delete them. So that might happen. So, and maybe in the Discord too. That's always the best place for wrestling 24/7.
There you go. Thank you, Bill. All right, you can find me over in that Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. You can also find me over in that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. I hear there's a Trent that's supposed to join me. Hopefully next week. He couldn't do it last night. He was under the weather. Otherwise, he was supposed to join me. So, yeah, I've got a few things in the process. I'm trying to line up some different things, but I've been talking a lot of AEW stuff and some Impact news, and I might cover some more of these hot news releases, all that stuff within the next day or so, but tomorrow's going to be kind of full. We'll see what I can squeeze in for the weekend because the weekend's going to be full, too. I want to say congratulations to my son. I'm going to go see his high school football game tomorrow night. He is going to be singing the national anthem and playing in the band. I'm so damn proud of him. Eric, I love you. You're going to kick ass, and I'm going to put it all on YouTube, and you're going to make me $1 million someday. No kidding. You can find this show on YouTube, Twitch. Check out the Patreon. That link is in the description. Thank you to our Patreons. I got to make a new video. We don't have a new video up for November, so watch for that soon. And you can also find the podcast on audio. All right, ready, guys? I got this. Apple iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Pandora. See, I can actually read. If I put it in front of my eyes,
You did it.
I did it. I
Good
finally
job.
figured it out.
Good
I was like,
job.
oh my God. It's actually in the description of the video. If I just read it instead of trying to guess it, which I've been doing for weeks on end, just failing miserably. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks, everyone. Hell of a show. Ran a little long tonight, but we talked a lot of news. We had Trent in here. We had Uncle Mark. Yeah, so many people.
At least you tried to say something there.
Am I missing anyone?
Just grinning. Just I mean, we're already 2.5 hours in, so I'm afraid to say much more.
It's
almost a scumbag. This close.
It's been quite the effortful. Damn, and I even
full of effort. Get it right. If you're gonna mock me.
I was trying to put you over.
I'm fucking with you. Relax.
She's over, baby. She is over.
She is over, and I'm tired. And
the show's over.
The show is over.
Is anyone even listening at this point?
There's the diehards. There's the diehards.
There's still the
diehards.
diehards.
Know.
Gary's still there.
Well, like a Marvel movie, we might do something kooky at the end. We might tease something at the end.
We got this guy again.
Or you might just get that. So, we're sorry. But as Ferris Bueller once said, the show's over. Go home.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right, good night. We will see you very soon down the road. Much love.
Take care.
It smells like beer, sweat, self tanner, and baby oil, brother.